What's up, y'all? What is up? What is up? I see a couple of y'all beat me here. Okay, now. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all are so cute in these comments. Oh my gosh. What's good? Hey, Caleb, love you more. Hey, Tifa. Were we missing you last week, Tifa? Hey, hey. Hey, Braylon. Hey, Goosebumps. JHLD. Francesca. B Bean or ATT, whatever. Who else? Hey, Nikki. Asia. Ambassador. Ashley, come on, Ashley. Consistency is key. I see you, boo. Hey, Kaylee, same to you. Andrea, Justin. Justin was first. Shout out to you for being first, Justin. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. It is officially the season finale for Tayshia's season. Are y'all excited? Oh my gosh, we have so much to discuss tonight and, of course, tomorrow night. They showed us one scene a little bit earlier, so we're still very early on in the night. Y'all know how we do this. We watch the show, we chat on commercial breaks, we tweet, okay? Use my hashtag BGWWTV. It's on your screen to let them know that you're watching with the Black girl who watches The Bachelorette. And make sure you use the hashtag for The Bachelorette as well. Share this video. Continue to send your comments in, and I'm posting them live. You know how we give it up tonight. It's Shady Boots all night. I'm putting up the funniest comments. I want to see y'all in here and on the Twitter. So please use the hashtag and share the video. Show some love. There's also the option for super chat. If you're not familiar and you want to support the channel, it's the finale. We've been doing this all season. If you want to show me some love, there's the function for super chat as well. So without further ado, let's get into the show. Are we ready, Abie Army? We've been ready, okay? We trying to see what's up. So let's get this finale party started right now. I want to see y'all like the video right now if you're excited for the finale. Let's get into it.
Oh, this is going to be freezing.
Freezing. But it's not just an ice bath, okay? So not only are we going into an ice bath, but we're gonna get in there and we're gonna see how long we can take each other.
Okay.
We're gonna break the record.
Hey. How you doing? Doing good. Why do you look so scared? I don't know how this is going to feel. They always say it's like you're being stabbed by a bunch of knives, but in a loving way. Yeah, in a loving way. Welcome to the world's longest, coldest kiss, Ivan. Yeah. Look, this relationship's going to last. We got to put it to the test. Oh, yeah. This is the test. Yeah. But we're not just messing around. This is a world record we're going for today. Let's go. The current record stands at 5 minutes, 16 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Go get changed. And when you come back, get ready to set a new world record. We're ready.
Okay.
This is the most important day, so I'm going to show up and I'm going to put everything out there. I want Tayshia to know that I'm going to support her. Not just the good times, just the hard times too, because that's what love and a partnership is about. It's about being there for your partner through whatever the situation is. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the world's longest, coldest kiss. I am Chris Harrison. Joining me today, Bachelor Nation favorite, Big Polly. Polly, this is going to be one for the record books, hopefully. You think they're going to pull it off? I think they are. I really do. Well, they're behind us. They're changing. I think we're about ready to go. Tayshia, Ivan, let's do it. Here come the combatants today. So today, Tayshia and Ivan have to get in this bathtub. Tell me what they're going to be going through today. Well, I think they're going to be going through a lot of pain, is what I see sitting there.
You ready? Okay. My body might be numb, but I can guarantee you my lips are going to be burning. Such a dork. Are you excited?
I'm super excited. Okay, Ivan, Tayshia, when you're ready, get in the tub. I hope you get in there first.
No, you're going in with me at the same time. Ready?
Mind over matter. Let's go. Oh my God.
I'm going to cry, actually.
Oh, this is good. 3, 2, let's just go. Okay, we're in the tub. Once you start, you cannot separate. 5, 4, 3, 2. The clock is going, and so is their heart rate. Colin, you were an orphan boy that was found on a glacier. You are no stranger to ice and ice baths. What is the secret to getting through this? I think the secret is your body part's going to start falling off slowly, piece by piece, and you just accept that. Ivan's on a white knuckle ride there. He is holding on to that tub tight, but so far, so good. So trying to hold that kiss was extremely tough. I know my core temperature is freezing right now. I can barely move my legs. My toes were literally frozen. I decided to focus on the kiss, focus on breathing, and focus on Tayshia. Polly, how's this going to affect his performance in the fantasy suite later tonight? I think this might have some devastating effect on myself. That's some pretty cool water there, Chris. We're coming up now on the 1 minute 20-second mark. By the way, the water recorded at 40 degrees before they enter. You can get hypothermia in just under 90 seconds at that temperature, so they're going through it. I'm not gonna lie, I made that last fact up, but it sounded cool.
It is freezing. We're both freaking out. Like, I truly don't think I can actually do this. At that point, I actually started to kind of like go completely numb. Next thing you know, we were in synchronized breathing, so it made it a lot easier.
Tayshia has now become very relaxed. I don't know if it's the calming effect of Ivan, but they are doing very good here. Is it just me, or are these cold tubs becoming a hot tub? Yeah, I would say this is definitely romance, Chris.
When we really could have given up a lot sooner, we kind of held in there and we're kind of there from one another. That was like really hot. While being really cool.
Well, they look like they're doing great. Look like they calmed down. I agree with you. I think they're calming, Chris. I think they've got the nerves down, and I think they're very, very focused. What Tayshia and I have is real, and it's exciting, and we can both feel it. Polly, we are coming in on just 30 seconds to hit that record. I really just feel like the luckiest guy in the world. I can't really imagine anybody really being close to the connection that I have with Tayshia at this point.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a new world record. Longest, coldest kiss. Ivan says, "Oh no, I want more." Can you believe this? This is going for it. Man, I'm pumped right now. We just set a world record. For us to accomplish this amazing feat, I think really brought us closer together. They're not just going to hit that record, you're going to obliterate it today. 100%, Chris. We are now 6 minutes and 17 seconds. We are a minute over the world record. Wow. I'm so happy I was on the first date and got to do this with Tayshia. It just proves to me that, Tayshia and I set our minds to do something. I really feel like we can accomplish anything.
Oh, damn!
That's it. 6 minutes and 35 seconds. We have a record.
We did it. We did it.
Congratulations, Tayshia and Ivan. Polly, the official trophy.
This is so easy going, and I feel like I can do anything with him. I think it's a really good way to go into the rest of our date. It's so freaking awesome. Ken Fire helps the gentleman.
I know that's right. Okay, cool, kiss. Y'all, what do we think I'm gonna have to find this light switch eventually. Where is it? There we go. Y'all, what do we think about that date? Okay, they setting a world record. Okay. Synchronized breathing. They looked very in tune to me, and Ivan is a slick man. He said, she might be numb right now, but I'm not. I'm gonna touch that ass. Ivan was banking on the fact that she couldn't feel any of that. He was all up on the thighs, the hips, the behinds. My man's was going for it all. Ivan was not about to let this chance pass him by. It just is what it is. Oh my gosh. How are y'all feeling about Ivan right now? Do we think this is a good precursor? Do we think this is a good precursor for their fantasy suite? I mean, I think it's pretty good. They haven't even gone to the fantasy suite and they already are sort of building up that sexual tension or just a level of intimacy. Whether it be that sort of intimacy, they're getting close. So I think it's a really good thing for him right now to have had a date like this. They had a really, somebody else in here said, yeah, Am says, the floor is lava is still my favorite date, which that was also a really good date. So I think that this was the perfect good date before his fantasy suite. They're closed, they're cold as hell, they're thawing, their endorphins are up, other things are up. And we'll see what happens. It's looking like a great setup, right? If he doesn't win with this type of setup, I don't know what would have helped. It's really up to Tayshia at this point. Honestly, it's really up to her to choose what's best for her, what's interesting enough for her. And I want to believe that she's giving Ivan her full self, the best shot, and I think we'll see. We shall see, right? Ooh, Amy, hot call said Ivan will be in the top two, I think. Hot take, you say? Does anyone else agree that Ivan is top two material? Tifa says, I agree. Oh, okay. We keeping the faith out for him. Hi, Maria. Welcome. Shauna says, yes. Okay, top two energy. I hope so. Ooh, anybody think he's taking it all? Does anyone think he wins it all? Not just top two. Ooh. Y'all are giving top two. Okay, good sign for him. I mean, after a date like this, if he doesn't take it all the way to the top, I mean, come on now. I don't know what else would have helped. It's between Zach and Ivan. Ooh, okay. Y'all are not playing. Okay. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. Y'all are too kind. I think it's gonna be Zach, unfortunately, but I love Ivan so damn much. Damn. Okay. I gotta see their chemistry because I'm not sold on them all the way. So I definitely have to see a little bit more about what sort of energy he brings for her. I don't know. I'm not sold. I got to see the whole thing. I'm skeptical. Let's say that. I'm very skeptical at this moment about Zach. Y'all ain't gonna keep hyping me in this chat now. Who are there any new subscribers? Or anybody new up in here? I see quite a bit of people. If you haven't already liked the video, like, subscribe to join the Abie Army and all of our shady pettiness. You see the comments. You see what's happening. You see what's going on. Goosebumps, I agree, and I hate it. It's like in the back of my head, and those things that you really don't want to talk about because then it becomes more real. Like that's always how I felt, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to have hope for the situation, but we'll see, right? We'll see, right? All righty, let's see. We're getting back into Ivan's fantasy suite. All y'all room for Ivan. I need y'all to hashtag team Ivan in the comments. Or hashtag it on Twitter and use my hashtag BGWWTV. You already know how this goes. Keep the comments coming. We're getting right back into the episode.
A ton of uninterrupted time to continue our conversations. I am falling in love with Tayshia, and I can't deny it at this point. So I definitely want to let Tayshia know how I'm feeling. I'm definitely a little nervous, but I hope she takes it well, and I hope she feels the same way.
Today was actually a big day.
It was a record-setting day today.
We set a world record today.
You realize that, right?
We really did that.
Yeah. We did great. We did great. We got to celebrate. Literally felt like we won a championship.
Right?
I love that.
I will say you were shivering way more than I
Oh,
was.
for sure.
You
For
were.
sure. Yeah.
But also, I feel like we can literally take on anything.
Yeah.
That's how I want like our relationship to be.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly like setting a goal and then accomplishing it and celebrating.
We can really do whatever we set our minds to. Like, there's no limits. That's the thing. And that's what I love about us. You know, it's like you with my family. Like, that whole day was like so emotional
Yeah.
and real and good. And I love it.
I know.
But, yeah.
I see us doing exactly that. Like back home. You know what I mean? Like making a movie with your
Oh,
family.
for sure. Yeah. It's been special to this point for sure.
You've been truly a rock throughout this entire thing in the sense of like I can count on you to be someone I can have a good time with, but be comfortable and vulnerable with. I feel like you were truly the first person I was able to kind of like break a wall down with.
Mm-hmm.
I even like cried inside of you. I don't cry.
We both cried in front of each other.
Yes,
So,
we
yeah, that was
did.
real, for sure.
But it's like I am not like that typically. And like since then it's just been like I feel like I have something special with you because that's not common.
For sure.
And you want that in a relationship, you know?
I felt the exact same way. Like, I still can't say I could share anything with you. I really feel that way. But the word love, it just means so much to me. It's something I don't take lightly whatsoever, and I don't want to just throw it out there. When I love someone, I love hard, and I'll love them for the rest of their life, and I'll do anything, you know, for that person. It's just hard for me to like really, I guess, show my feelings so much, and I know I told you like I've had feelings for you, and that I like you, and I really like you, or whatever else I've said. But I probably started falling in love with you like a couple of weeks ago, honestly. And it's more than that at this point. I can really, you know, see this all working out. And I just love looking at your eyes and just being able to stare at you, you know, like I could do that all day. But Tayshia, I am undoubtedly falling in love with you right now. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, and I have kind of glossed over it in the past.
Ivan. I feel like you have glossed over it a little bit, and I haven't really like known where you are exactly. But I definitely have been falling for you too. I've been falling for you as well. And I think it's the breakthrough that we needed to have in order for us to really take that next step in our relationship. And excited. I have something for you.
Alrighty.
You'd like to read it?
Let's see. Tayshia and Ivan, this has been an incredible journey for you here in Palm Springs. You two have really embraced the heat in more ways than one. Should you choose to forego your individual rooms, please use this key to stay as a couple in the fantasy suite. Chris Harrison. Do we have a key in here?
Do we?
Ooh. What do you think?
That's up to you.
100%. Yeah. No, but like I really do want to use tonight just to, you know, be able to talk more and just have some good, you know, uninterrupted time between the two of us and, you know, make it a special night.
I think we're on the same page with that. And I'm so excited. Okay.
It was a really freeing moment to be able to finally just open up and tell Tayshia that I am falling in love with her. And then the fact that she was able to say it back to me, and getting that validation, it means the world to me. It really does. Oh, this is funny. This is great. I love it.
And of course, everything has to come with champagne and donuts.
Of course. Yeah.
Isn't it pretty out here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just feel like everything's lining up for the two of us. And, you know, we are both falling in love with each other. So this is really serious. It really feels like we're made for each other, honestly, at this point. So last week, during hotel with my dad, he was like asking me about my feelings, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I really like her. I have strong feelings, all that kind of stuff. And he like kind of called me out. He was like, son, I feel like you're a step away from love. And I think that was like the little push I needed to really just embrace my feelings. So cheers to my dad for recognizing the real Ivan and what's really going on here.
Cheers to Dad. I really am falling in love with Ivan. I do see myself with Ivan at the end of this. I feel like we could take over the world, especially after today. I feel like we would just have like a really good life. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Look how cute this place is.
Oh, wow.
So in the morning, we'll have breakfast on our nut.
Okay. This is the master bedroom.
I have that connection with Ivan. He just like understands me and I feel that comfort. We can make this work, right?
Of course.
He's the perfect guy. He's genuine, sincere, honest, kind, driven, ambitious. He's everything. Gosh, he's literally everything.
Last night, I don't know what happened. Ivan's one-on-one.
Wait, don't tell me anything I don't want to hear. It's tough knowing that you're sharing these memorable moments.
I just want you to know that she's gonna stay up all night with another guy.
What? Who's the last person I thought was going to be at that door? This year's been a lot. So let's.
Wow, 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 wow. He got the invite, yo. We gotta talk. I just put on my Twitter. We do have to talk. Yay, I haven't got the invite for the fantasy suite. Woo, good for him. We'll see how that's going to go. I think that it was pretty funny that he made it known that he wanted to use the fantasy suite to talk. And I don't know if that was just to sort of have a preface for us to not assume anything, or if they're genuinely going to be talking in there. I don't know. Tayshia looked a little disappointed. Ooh, yeah. The cover up of it all. I was like, all right. Okay. But he got an invite and she was all excited. So I do think there's a really good chance for Ivan at this point. I mean, he had a really good hometown date. His family had enough characters and energy. I mean, between the dad, the mom, the brother, said it from top to bottom, who was a real one. He just has his niece that sends in the video. I think he just has a lot going for him. It's really at this point going to be a matter of, is he in the friend zone like some of us think he is? Can they take it to the next level? I think maybe that's where Tayshia's at too. I think she's giving him, in her mind, a fair shot, but this fantasy suite is going to allow her to see, is this somebody that I can wake up to every day? Do I want this sort of straightforward love, or do I want something a little bit more? So I think that this fantasy suite will give her that clarity. and maybe some other things. Y'all are y'all in here cut. Bray, you always say, do we do this with friends? I mean, no, but like you do friend zone people, maybe, especially in a case like this where you start off with the intentions of dating. So it's not like you're blatantly gonna be like, hey, brother, to one of the guys on your cast. But there are little ways that you can show that you're, you know, not as interested, or that you maybe not even intentionally trying to put off. So it's not that at all. It's just something, there's just a slight, I don't know, wall. I don't know. It just feels like a slight wall on her end, and I can't tell if it's because she sees him more as a friend. She's still trying to get to know him. She's this, fantasy suite to take it to the next level. I don't know what it is, but there is a slight like hesitation on her part, not his part, but her part. Whoa, Stacey, you coming back with a vengeance. Damn. I don't see that for Ivan at all. Oh, Nikki, I really hope she doesn't end up with Zach, Nikki says. Are there any Team Zach folks in this chat tonight? Hashtag if you're Team Zach. I'm trying to see something. Actually, hashtag what team you are on. I'm trying to see where we're at in here. Dang. Y'all don't see. I'm so reckless. You in here just bringing. You've been gone for some weeks. She just said, here you go. Yo, wildin'. Just straight wildin'. Okay, we got Team Brandon, 1. Okay, 2 Team Brandons, 1 Zach, 1 Ivan so far. Okay, 2 Ivans. Shauna got Zach. We know Shauna. Tifa said, I'm not really about any of them. That's a hard place to be in the final. Oh, Nikki says it's more passion / lust with Zach, in my opinion. Well, let's see how far Ivan and Tayshia got. Let's get back into the show. If you haven't already, please like this video, share the video with your feed and your friends to let them know you're watching, and use the hashtag VGWWTB on Twitter to let them know you're watching as well. I'll see you over there because I'm cutting up on the Twitter. But let's get back into the show.
And I really am falling in love with you. And I mean that to the bottom of my heart.
Ivan and I had a great night. My first fantasy suite was incredible. Okay. But we laughed and just bonded about the things that we had in common, but also learning like the little things about each other it was really fun. We're able to have silly conversations, but also really serious ones. Conversations that we need to have in order to know how big religion is to both of us, and what our future goals and plans are. I know that I'm falling in love with Ivan. We have that type of relationship where we can be open and honest about everything. And having that comfort of what I know that my partner is everything. I feel like Ivan and I could have a really beautiful life together.
I'm sure Ivan's feeling on top of the world.
Yeah.
This just probably matters more how Tayshia's feeling after.
But if they ended up going into the fantasy suite and spending that night together, I'm sure he's going to be pumped.
Yeah, I think he just... Where is that boy?
There he is.
What's up, Ivan?
What's up? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Had a great day and a great night. Had a ton of fun. Had dinner at night, which was awesome. And she offered me the fantasy suite key, and had a great time, great night. So Yeah, it was really cool. It's very good.
Did you guys get like time in the morning together, or is it just?
Yeah, we saw the sunrise actually. So
Oh, shoot.
yeah,
Didn't get much sleep.
didn't sleep. So, yeah, one night.
It's tough knowing that you're sharing these memorable moments. It's a weird balance of wanting to know what they did and if they had a great time or not, but at the same time, like, wait, don't tell me anything. I don't want to hear it.
You guys pretty excited? Yeah, we don't know who's next yet, right?
That's exactly what that is.
What the dick card say?
Let's explore each other.
Okay.
And I'll take it, whatever it is. At this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I got a date to go on. Unless I want to hang out with you guys. I'll see you later.
Peace.
I'll see you, brother.
Never in my mind would I ever think I'd be in this position where the day after I fall in love with a girl or tell her I'm falling in love with her, she'd be going on a date with a different guy. It's tough to think that she's gonna be open and share her emotions with Zach and Brendan. That's like the scariest thing about all this is just the unknown of where all the other relationships would stand. I really do believe in my relationship with Tayshia and what we have, and to know that she's gonna potentially stay up all night with another guy is tough. It's very tough. Yeah. This is just like the weirdest dynamic for sure. Especially at this point in the game when two people like really care about each other.
If you're at home thinking about your financial plan, so are we. Prudential helps 1 in 7 Americans with their financial needs. That's over 25 million people. With over 90 years of investment experience, our thousands
Alrighty, y'all. So, ooh. Ooh. So y'all are saying a lot about the energy between Zach and Tayshia and how she looks more excited to see him, how maybe Ivan is showing some signs of, I don't want to say insecurity, but just someone who maybe understands their place and doesn't like it. Brendan looks anxious. Yeah, he does. BB, did Ivan not get the boots? Can we speculate right quick? I'm gonna need y'all to put in a like drink emoji if you think, and if you're of age, drink if you think he got it, and don't drink if he didn't get it. Passion with Zach. Yeah, Laureen, I think you're right. Hario says Brendan will leave. He ain't ready at all. A few of y'all are saying that too. Francesca said no drink. I sure did. And so did Tifa and Stacia. Stacia drank twice. Friend zone or not, if I'm just looking at it mathematically, I just don't see a lead not at least trying out two. Just real talk here. And if I had to go out of the 4 left, or is it 3, however many, I'm gonna go Zach and who else? Who's the other one? It's either Ivan. I don't see Brendan. I feel like she could, push him aside. And then the other one, who's the other one? I don't even remember them. So clearly they ain't getting it. So I feel like 2 out of 4 ain't bad. And I definitely feel like the second is Ivan. Even if it's just a come here, like it's not like this passionate thing. I feel like she could not leave this show without getting all of her answers. And that's one of them. I'm just saying, it is what it is. I think she wanted to try before she buy. Friend or not. What did Avalon say? Oh, so Nice Tate had a pajama party with Ivan. Why you get coming for Tayshia? True, Amy, and she had her freakum dress on. Y'all know you saw that little black dress. Okay, she is cheesing extra hard for Zach right now, y'all. Let's get back into the show. Y'all was right. We're gonna get back into the show. Make sure if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe. I'm shouting out new subscribers on the next commercial. If you haven't used my hashtag on the screen, BGWWTV, to let them know you're watching. You can also support. We have super chat. All the support matters. It helps. It allows me to continue to keep doing this. So if you want to see this channel grow and keep on keeping on, I thank you for your support and watching and your likes in any way you can, because support comes in all ways. But yes, and I want to keep seeing these shady comments, so let's get back into it. And if you're drinking, let me know what you're drinking. What is your drink of the night? Let's get back into the show.
I can't wait to explore. That's the one thing I can't wait to do. Is just explore. Explore.
So, today, we're actually going to paint ourselves and make a canvas so we can explore each other in a different way.
Let's explore.
Here's our paint. Okay, how should we do this?
Just like it. Think of the game, right?
Okay, you're joking. What do you mean? What's going on? I think today is going to be all things Zach and I are, which is fun and messy, but awkward, cute, and sexy, and yeah, by the end of today's date, we'll have created a beautiful canvas of our love. You look really good. Like this.
The color combination is actually amazing.
It's actually great. Okay, so now what I'm gonna need you to do, you have to roll a little bit. Yep. Okay. Yes, very good. So good. I feel so good about my relationship with Zach.
I've never been happier like that.
I totally wouldn't have enjoyed this date with anybody else. He's just like the biggest story. Like we just laugh. That's what you want, you know? Okay. On top of that, Zach is extremely attractive and tall and like confident in who he is. And I don't know what it is for me, like a little bit of swag, but Zach has it, and like I just it's insane on it. Oh, yes. It has like a slower, natural progression. He can set his comfort zone. I find my comfort zone. My biggest hesitation is I'm just getting caught in the moment. That was dope. That looks good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what? Oh yeah, Zach makes me feel like I'm the only person in the entire world. Someone to be that vulnerable, someone to be that real. I actually can start to see the future with us together.
That's true.
Okay, we're dreaming. Day in the summer. Okay?
You're taking a lead, we'll probably
Join County.
okay.
Okay, so when we wake up, we're gonna run a couple miles, and then we'll go straight down to the cafe down the street from my house. And we go on the boat, and we play music and have fun, and we dog, and we just stay there all day, and then we just, I don't know, watch the sunset, and then go out for sushi after. I don't know, I'm so excited. I thought we were really going.
How did I actually get to this moment in my life? You love our masterpiece?
I love it! What do you want to call it?
Clarky and the Queen.
Really cute, actually.
I mean, I can only speak for myself and tell you that I'm falling in love with her. I can't speak for her. But today is the closest I've felt to feeling that she's gonna be my wife. And I want her to know that. If she plans on being intimate with me later tonight, she should know and she should see that I have that side of me. And maybe she does know, but she just wants to hear it. And I can say that in the current state I'm in, I'm covered in pain. And I'm pretty scared of this. Students of color typically.
I don't want anybody calling me shady anymore. It is all of you. Every single one of you are shady. Nikki said, I guess love is blind. Wait. Hi, Liz. We're so happy to have you back, girl. You cutting up in here too. There was another comment that just had me crying. Nikki, you're killing it. Swag. Andrea says maybe she wants to be a phlebotomist at the Silver Living. Yo, wait. Andrea. That's my dog. Where did you even come up with that? The shade is so, yo, I swear, I am a darling. I don't do anything. It is all, the Abie Army is so, I mind my business. Like, I don't know where that came. Oh my gosh. JH for real. They eating each other. Oh my God, for real. Zach is so not unattractive, but he had a great personality. Oh my gosh. Caleb, they eating each other. Liz, you are shady as hell. Y'all all shady as hell. Francesca, the me joke is so funny. Yes. Like I'm crying. I like literally have to try to contain myself behind the camera. Cause I'm just like, y'all. The shade is always real, and that's on period. Caleb, you keep saying they having sex. Yes, they are. That is definitely happening. That is definitely happening. I'm here for the shade. LOL. Period means I'm as innocent as dangerous. I'm so tired of y'all tonight. Y'all, y'all are so, you're all shady. All of you. And that's why we bond. But we're also kind. It's like we tell the truth. We're shady. We have fun, but we're nice people. You know what I'm saying? We're respectful humans. But y'all are funny. Tonight, love is blind between Tayshia and Zach. Do y'all think so? I'm still like formulating my thoughts, but something in me is just like, I'm so on the fence because I could see this going somewhere. I just can't figure out if I see it lifelong lasting. But I do feel like she likes him more than he likes her. And I always feel like that's a bad place to start, especially coming off of a show like this. I do think that the lead whether it be the Bachelor versus the Bachelorette, that the person should chase them a little bit more. And I just see like her body language and things, like even when they were doing the art, she's like all over him, leaning into him, like initiating more of the physical contact. And I just think she's slightly more into him. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So we'll see. Let's get back into this though.
There was
And keep
a
the
wire
comments
that was
coming.
disconnected inside me. And Tayshia took the wire and she went, and it like turned me on.
I did never notice that about before.
The only fear in all of that is she might not know exactly how I'm feeling. It's like tonight is possibly fantasy suite, a few days from her parents being here, and a few more days from proposing. So now might be the time to stop being a jackass and actually tell the girl how you feel.
I had fun today.
I love the daydream. I keep thinking about that.
Really?
Yeah, so that's my favorite part. That's like another reason I'm just so attracted to you, because I was like, all right, you go first. Like, okay, cool. And you like did the whole thing.
I can't. Literally can't. Oh my God, not a Walmart. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not doing it. Here we go. Alrighty, y'all. Let me try to get this back up and running while y'all shady asses continue. I've seen Walmart F-Boy. I've seen oh child. I y'all are something else. Like, where do y'all get this stuff from? I would like to know.
I just want to be the cool uncle.
I would like to know.
I just wanted to be single. Because I just like it was easy thing to say. Because love is hard and it's hard to.
You're protecting yourself.
You
Never
talking
heard.
about no child.
Yeah, well,
Let's get back to this.
when I realized coming here and putting every other area of my life on hold is that I don't want to be a dad.
You do.
And I do want to have kids. And I know that I'll be a good dad. And that I'll be a good husband. And that I deserve all those things. And I think part of being in a partnership or like a marriage is like having those conversations and working together.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare me.
It's good.
Yeah. But I appreciate you asking.
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I feel like there's something else.
So, all right, I'm going to talk here for a second.
Okay.
Get through this. Tell you something.
It looks like you're stressed.
No, I'm not stressed. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
So, I made a promise to myself when I came here.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest, be authentic. And then meeting you, spending time with you. And I've told you several times about this whole idea of like this like light that you've turned on, and I'm happy and I'm feeling something very strong. And I, Tayshia, I don't think, I know that I love you. I love your smile, your strength, I love how you treat other people. I just love the human being that you are. Like, I just see it. And I think it's important for you to know that. So.
Oh no, it's just wild. Because I love you too, and it's only I've like known that I love you though. That's the thing. It's like I don't think I've ever felt this way before.
I don't think I have.
But it's like I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to like find things wrong, and I'm trying to like
Nothing wrong.
and it's like I'm just so happy.
I mean that.
How do you feel again? I think what feels the best is like the sincerity behind him saying I love you. Like the way he says it is just so intentional and natural and organic, and it's just like it's been amazing. This is for you.
Tayshia and Zach, should you choose to forego your individual rooms, please use this key to stay as a couple in the fantasy suite. Chris Harris. I mean, I'm completely fine foregoing my individual room.
You just want to take a pause and think about it. That's the quickest decision you've made thus far. Well, then, it's time to go.
There's no doubt about how Zach Clark feels about Tayshia Adams. I've never been more excited for anything. One, I'm in love with this girl. Two, how am I even worthy of this? Tonight gives us the foundation to keep moving forward and see that this is going to be a relationship that can carry on forever. And a dream.
I just honestly feel like this is all a dream. Everything's been like so romantic. Tonight, I just want that validation that my heart is right and that he's right. Zach loves me and I love Zach.
A gator ring means you're going to be mine forever. Don't get nervous. It is such a scary step for me. Am I ready to propose to Tayshia? I don't know.
What? I am so confused. He's the last person I thought was going to do it. What do I do with that?
I just have one question. One question. Now, we all know that Zach and her did the do in the fantasy suite. I don't think that's a question. However, my question to you all, Shady Abie Army members, do we think it was less or more than Pilot Pete? Like, on a scale of like 1 to windmill, do we think it was right in the middle, maybe a little bit more, maybe he was a one and done? How are we feeling on that end? I'm gonna just take a sip to how many I think they got. Ronnie said not 4, so 2 to 3. Y'all saw when we drank. Y'all saw that sip. Zach got those boots more than once. Okay. Claire and Dale, Dale and Claire all over again. 1. Liz said Zach will take that cute dress off. And you said I don't want that image in my mind. Les, I don't think Zach has Pilot Pete stamina. I agree. He will. I don't even think he tried. He just gives me like, all right, I showed up. I gave it a good shot, like Brendan hasn't gone yet, Ronnie. So far, it's only been Ivan and Zach. Y'all are a mess. Now you took some pills. Oh, let me log back out. Hi, Maite. Ivan's was good. We think that, I don't know. I think that they had a really good date. They broke a world record. And we just speculated as to, how their fantasy suite went because he did say he can't wait to talk to her. And she agreed. So we'll see. Liz, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a one and done. I love you back, Caleb. How is your water? That's good. Stay hydrated. It's good. I drink water some weeks too. He seems more into the physical aspect, in my opinion. I agree. Their physical chemistry is what's so overpowering and overwhelming. And I even think that she's so attracted to him. I just don't really like how it feels. It doesn't feel one-sided, but she's more into it than he is. She's initiating a bit more. And that just always leaves me a little unsettled. Aw, goosebumps. I think Ivan was watching out for her honor. I guess we'll see. Let's get back into the morning after Zach and Tayshia's fantasy suite. Watch for body language, y'all. Let's get back into it.
The deep hours of my life have been unbelievable. There's definitely moments of passion and kissing and closeness. My goodness. But also just really digging in with each other and saying, like, oh, could you be my husband? Could you be my wife?
I already told you day one. Tayshia again. Good trouble.
Trouble's good. Different good. Good morning.
Good morning. Ready to make some breakfast?
I feel as confident as I have about our relationship.
Thank you.
I know it's gonna get hard for our family coming in, other guys being here, potential engagement coming. It's scary, but at the end of the day, we've chosen to trust each other, and that trust will allow us to get through anything.
Coffee, cheers.
It's an amazing day, night and morning. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep trying to make her feel like the most desired person in the world for a very, very long time.
What?
I just feel very lucky to be here with you. You're making me feel a way that I haven't felt in a long time. And it's pretty simple. It's that I love you.
It sounds so good. Say it one more time.
I love you.
This feeling that I have right now is just amazing. Like, he loves me.
Well, don't be happy. It's fun.
Ready?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
It's like so intentional, and you can feel like there's so much emotion and meaning behind it all. You know, he doesn't take it lightly. He's not just saying it just to say it. Ivan and Brendan as well. Brendan's had my heart since day one. So it's been hard to navigate the fact that you can love more than one person at one time. I can see myself ending up with, honestly, any of these men. And I'm going to have to say some really tough goodbyes pretty soon.
All right, where's Zach at? I'm sure he's gonna come in straight face, like, not not smirking at all, like strictly business.
Yeah. He's gonna, I made the most of my time, and it's a good time. Tayshia's great. Like that's about that's what I'm expecting.
Here he is.
What's going on? How are you? Doing pretty good. Right? Good. You look good. Ready to go.
How's your day today, right?
Yeah, it was a good day. We had an awesome time. The day was intense. We created some art. That was the exploration part of it. Not easy to leave this morning, but I think the moral of the story is that she's the real deal. Can you get a day card? Yeah.
Yeah. Day card said, let's see what the future holds. So looking to pick up where we left off, and excited to have a day with Tayshia for sure. Just hearing Ivan and Zach, knowing how they felt about their dates and their overnights and how great they left that moment definitely puts a little pressure on me. But I can't concern myself too much with that. I have to focus in on Tayshia and continue to make her the top priority. This date and potential overnight would be one of the defining moments in my life.
Coleslaw, mashed potatoes.
That was the most awkward. Woo! What is it? Awkward turtle. That was so awkward. That was painfully awkward. Like Zach grinning, Ivan knowing what was up, Ivan looking at him like I was just with her yesterday, and knowing that he can tell, he can sense it. He's up, he's ready to fight, right? And Zach trying to hide it and can't hide a damn thing. It was all a mess. The awkward silence. Ugh, I hated it. Oh my gosh. Right. He had that grin like, like, oh, like how was the date? Day? I didn't have a date. I didn't have a date. Oh, yeah, I had a date. Sorry. Sorry. Tayshia? Who? Tayshia who? Tayshia who? Who's Tayshia? Like it's just that energy, just like you don't know what they're asking you. I'm like, bro, if you don't sit your butt down and come more prepared next time, damn. They broke the record for the windmill. I hope not. I never want to see a windmill again. Damn it. Unless for energy. Ooh. Oh my gosh. A mess. A mess. Melissa Rose, why Tayshia always injured in your version? Wait. Messy. Oh my gosh. Yo, no. I feel like they made Brendan the third day because they knew he wasn't going to make the cut. Mm-hmm. Kaylee says, I want her to pick Ivan, but I don't think she will. Why do you say that, Kaylee? You think Zach is just a bigger contender? Damn, Nikki. I have to agree. I mean, for me, it's just like lethargy. I just feel apathy if that happens. I'm just like, because I still want to be supportive of her and her decision making and obviously her heart and who she's going for. But I just personally wouldn't love it. It's like, I just feel like, all right, I'll support you. That's always what happens when my bachelorette doesn't do it just like in my head, pick the right person. I'm just like, all right, I will support you and wish you well, but you gonna have to learn the hard way. Shit. I done sent you the bat signals plenty of times. If you want to hurt, if you want to go through and cry and get heartbroken and figure it out on your own, then so be it. We tried, y'all. We counsel them every week through the TV. They just hard-headed, all of them. Privilege wins. Damn, y'all are going in. Yeah, Kaylee. There's a lot of comments about feeling like Tayshia is friend zoning Ivan. Do y'all feel like that's the case? Stasia says, Abby, you don't like Zach. I've been missing a lot. I don't think it's not that I don't like him. I just don't all the way, I can't read him fully, which is not, I will admit, I don't feel like I have a full sense of who he is. So I am missing some things, but I just feel like she's more interested in him than he is her, just based off of the energy I'm getting. And I don't like that. I want someone for her who's just undeniably like attractive and successful and into her, because that's what she deserves. She came in on the wrong foot for this show anyway. So to feel like maybe she's just kind of settling with just what's there and what kind of makes her excited, it's a little disappointing right now. And I just articulated my feelings. So great question. I think that's what it is. It's a feeling of like, is this all there is out there for her? I think Ivan is a good pick, but with him, it's just kind of like that's where you land. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like the greatest. But let's get into it. Brendan's. We'll see if he gets a fantasy suite, but final date, if you will. How many of y'all are Team Brendan in here? Leave it in the chat. If you haven't already, please like the video. Subscribe. If you're a new subscriber, put it in the chat. I'll be shouting you out. And all your shady comments, I'm featuring them so long. And y'all know at the end of the episode, I invite you live. Any one of you live to give your opinion on the episode. So make sure you get yourself camera ready. Okay, it's super easy. I drop a link. You come in and you give your opinion with the rest of the Shady Abby army. So look forward to that, and I will see you on the next commercial.
Look into our future, and he's going to be a guy that he's going to want to be friends with.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Brendan.
Yeah.
Casually. He's a very important man. He's most known for the diamond, the wrestling lamp.
Yeah, diamond guy. I'm the diamond guy. I'm the guy that does the rings for the show, so don't get nervous.
It's really important that Brendan knows who Neil is a huge part of the Bachelor franchise, and getting a diamond ring at the end of all this is in the near future. It's a symbolism of that love.
So, Julie, it's really an important aspect of walking down the aisle. You know, when a bride comes down, first you see her earrings. So that's why I made these glamorous earrings. And these are really, really beautiful.
These are stunning.
Design them. I make everything by hand. These are really cool.
Okay.
Usually it's very romantic in a wedding, and pearls and diamonds really go well. These jewels, this is the 19th century jewel, over 100 years ago. This is Neil Lane.
Oh, this is Neil Lane.
Look, it loads you up.
A girl can never have too many diamonds, right?
No, never can have too many diamonds, especially on your wedding day. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Are you kidding? I don't think I've ever felt so glamorous, and not gonna lie.
So don't get nervous. Yeah. We have a lot of diamond engagement bands for women. And we have a lot of men's engagement bands. Okay. Well, let's look at some gold bands.
Okay. Let's decide what I like exactly.
Those are French cut diamonds in the middle.
Oh my God.
This is round diamonds. That's a very powerful wedding band. It's strong, it's big diamonds, it's platinum, handmade. Again, handmade, which is not machine made. It's handmade
handset?
At first, I liked this ring
Because it was big.
because it's big and it's stunning, catches your eye. But now that I have this ring on, I think it's just much more me. It's delicate, it's dainty, it's just
And it's so sparkly.
it is
Very sparkly.
stunning.
Looking at wedding rings and engagement rings and all these pieces of jewelry that symbolize a future commitment and a future decision that really should mean forever. It is such a huge step and a scary step for me.
I would love to see some men's
So
rings.
now we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Woo. Let's do something a little blingy. This has black diamonds in it.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I've been here before, I've looked at rings before, but when I propose to someone for the second time, that person is going to be my wife for the rest of my life. These rings are always circular, they're never usually broken. It's called an eternity. And so when you slip this eternity around your finger, you're saying, I do with this person, this significant other, this love of your life forever. An engagement ring means you're going to be mine forever, and we're going to be together forever, and that means so much. But am I ready to give Tayshia the commitment of forever? I don't know.
This is kind of a trip to sit down with you guys.
I know.
I don't usually do that on the show.
First
I'm
time.
usually with the guy, you
Mhm.
know, and it's been an amazing journey, and it's taken me to places which I never would have been. And I know everybody, and now I go to some of the reunions,
Yeah.
and then all the girls, they go like, hey Neil, look at that, you know, look at that. And I said, wow. And now they have babies, and then Catherine and Sean have 2 or 3,
Mhm.
and I've kept in contact with them, an amazing couple, and now here with you guys, and I wish you like lots of success.
Thank you.
So how does it look the next few weeks?
You know, it's been amazing, but it's also been a little tough. And I feel like if I didn't meet Brendan so early on, I would have probably been so skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. So the next couple of weeks are gonna be a little tough, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
So many of a toast. First of all, it's my pleasure to be here with Tayshia and Brendan. Whatever path you take, I hope you find love.
Thank you. Cheers. I am really interested in Brendan. He makes me very excited, but now all of a sudden it seems like there is some type of like disconnect. I just can't read him. I just don't know where he's at. So it's kind of a weird feeling. I hope that there isn't something wrong.
People everywhere living with type 2 diabetes.
Well, that answers all questions. Brendan is on his way out. That's what that just told me. I don't know how like he can make it more obvious. And I will say, and a lot of y'all picked up on it as well, that was definitely production driven. They talked to all the contestants. Obviously, there we go. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Obviously the producers talked to all the contestants. They know exactly where they are. They probably knew that he was struggling, that he wasn't sure. Maybe he needed the fantasy suite to tell him if he could get over the hump. Because if y'all remember, he has been married, so has she, but I think he recently got divorced. So I think there has been this, as he gets further in the game, more pressure to obviously propose. And I think that he probably was telling his producers about that, and they thought, ha, we're going to force his hand, put him on this date that seems harmless. I mean, Neil Lane usually comes around this time. Seems, like, oh, you'll get a sense of like what ring she wants. But they knew exactly what they were doing. They were forcing his hand, and he took the bait. Like, he could not Literally, Tiffy, 404 page not found is the perfect way to describe it. That man was stuck. Okay. Have y'all ever seen the video of the lady in I forget the court show? And she was just on stuck. And the judge said, "Were you just with him?" And she said, "That was Brendan the entire day. He was on stuck because he's just coming to terms with the fact that, damn, ooh, I'm not here. I'm not ready for any of this. I'm just not ready." Just on stuck. He was on dial-up mode. Y'all are killing it. That's what it was to me. Miss Jackson from Divorce Coach. She said, the man said, "And she was just with me last night." And the judge was like, "Miss Jackson, is that right? Were you just with the defendant last night?" And she was just like, stuck. Like, that's exactly Brendan right now. Stuck as hell, caught up, don't know what to do, dumb, stupid. He was uncomfortable. He was. Um, yes, he took it too far. Yes, he probably could have self-eliminated a while ago when he knew he was still on the fence. But I truly feel like I saw in his face in in this date that he was really coming to terms with the fact that, damn, I'm just not ready for this. I think his face said it all. I think he really was gonna come in super like optimistic to this date, open, definitely take the fantasy suite date. But I think this has him shook. Like, it forces him to realize that his head is just not where it needs to be. And I think that part is genuine. And so I do think it's gonna force him to maybe, take a different approach that he would have coming into this date. Y'all are y'all are on fire. I can't. When I tell you I can't. Alrighty, y'all, we're gonna jump back into the show. If you haven't already, liked the video. Where are the new subscribers? I know we got a lot of people in here. Shout out to the 100+ people who have been in and out. Share the video if you haven't already. Get prepared to come and give your thoughts live on the after show tonight. Army, we're going to get into some things, obviously a lot of things to discuss tonight. So I will be dropping the link to that very, very soon. So I can't wait to get y'all's thoughts and opinions. So if you haven't done it yet, this is the time. We're wrapping up a season. So don't let this season go without making your opinion known. Kimberly, Tifa, oh yeah, I'm trying to see some. So let's get back into the show, and I'll talk to y'all shitty mo's on the next commercial. Let's get back into it.
Blinged out and with the jewelry on, and yeah, so it was really fun for me.
So today was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I had you to experience that whole thing with, just because, I don't know, I feel like, I'm going to be honest, okay? I feel like this whole time that we've been here, it's like been quite a journey.
Yeah.
But you were my first one-on-one, and I feel like we had a connection, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I could totally see myself marrying him at the end of this, and that made me so excited. But I just feel like I've been kind of lost in the sense of, like, I don't know where you are, and I feel like I've been stressed.
Yeah. I completely agree with you as far as the moment you stepped in front of me and I laid eyes on you, this entire experience for me completely shifted, and it brought me to a place where I'm like, yeah, this woman could be someone that I could envision as the mother of my children. But today definitely reinforced the gravity of that moment, and giving someone that engagement ring is giving them eternity with you in a certain sense, and this is a forever moment. Like I've always said to you, I don't take that lightly at all, and I'm not gonna lie, this has been
challenging past couple days and past few weeks for me. When I came here, I thought I was ready, and I knew I was ready in my own mind, and I even expressed that to you. But knowing you're ready because you want something so bad, and you know, I want your wife and I'm sorry.
Okay.
I want the wife and kids and a family more than anything on the face of this earth. But then coming to the realization that there's a big part of me that's still broken. There's a big part of me that still needs time to heal. There's a big part of me that needs time to grow. Because I still think there are pieces of myself that I need to pick up, and all I want is to give you my whole heart. But as I sit here today, my heart isn't whole, and it really breaks my heart because you deserve a man that is complete. You deserve a man who is healed from his past, and unfortunately, right now I'm not that man. So I'm so sorry.
I feel like, I mean, sure, maybe you know, a younger version of me would have been like really pissed off at you, but also at the same time, I know what you've gone through because we both been married before. And as much as like I would love to be with you at the end of all of this, if you're not ready, that's not something I'm going to push you to do. I've already fought for someone to try and let me once. I'm not going to do it again. You know? I don't know what else to say. What's that? I'm sad. And Brendan is definitely someone I saw a future with, and I really thought I was going to be with him. I really thought I was going to end up with Brendan. He's been a person every single day that I've been like, it's Brendan. Every single day.
Tayshia, thank you so much. Sure, every amazing thing that life has to offer, I really do.
Thank you. Since our first one, he's the one that made my walls down. I just felt like safe with him.
Thank you.
Tayshia told me that she really could picture me as her husband at the end of this. She could picture a life with me. And I mean, that is really the first time she's expressed that to me. So it makes it that much harder. Me not being ready comes at a huge price. Giving up the opportunity to have a future with Tayshia and me ending something really special before it even started. Seeing Tayshia that upset, it's devastating. It was absolutely devastating.
Damn, Brendan. I don't know. I know that I just said that I feel like Brendan figured out where he was at during the Neil Lane part of the day. However, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of taking that back right now. He was a little too calm in this moment, very matter of fact. And I don't think he really acknowledged the level of, I don't know, I don't want to say fuckboy tendencies or time wasters, but he kind of did that. He kind of wasted a lot of her time. He kind of took a position in her lineup. He kind of had her thinking this was a viable person. And maybe for the longest time, I do feel like that was her top contender, her everyday sort of bae. And now that's gone. And you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm not over it. I'm ready to go. Just very nonchalant, whereas like, this is her real life. And it's just not, that part is not sitting with me. And it's always why I get so mad when I feel like there's someone on there who had feelings of doubt and then just leave, because it's just so unfair to the lead. But what can she say in this moment? She's too classy, she's a queen. She's not gonna make him feel any type of way because she's been where he's at. So all she can do is be empathetic, right? And gracious. But I don't know, it just sucks. It just really sucks. I see the pain, I see the wasted energy, the wasted time, and it sucks. It definitely sucks on her behalf. I don't love that. Not necessarily mad with him, I'm mad at him. Yeah, we'll say that. um it's just like, ugh, don't waste her time. Don't waste her time, please and thank you. Okay, a lot of y'all are saying a soulmate isn't easy to find. It's just the nature of the game. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Do y'all feel like it was acceptable for him to leave in this moment? Should he have left earlier? Better now than later, for sure. Myra, good point. I don't know. I don't think he's going for Bachelor. I don't think he intentionally wasted her time. Yeah, I don't think so either. And I really do think in that Neil Lane portion of the date is when he realized, like, whoa. It's almost like when you hit that level of drunk that you just took one too many shots way too fast. It didn't hit yet, but when it hits, it hits. That was the face he had. It was just like, I'm about to be sick. Like, overwhelming, like everything falling into place and realizing that he's just not ready. Like, I do believe that, but it doesn't mean it doesn't suck. True, Maite. True, Maite. Melody says he should have left earlier. Goosebumps, I don't see him as Bachelor. He might not have gone all the way if they didn't do that date. True. Good point, Tifa. Good point. Good point. Well, there's quite a bit of people in here. I'm sure there's some newbies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you subscribe, you're officially part of the Abie Army. My name is Abie, also known as the Black girl who watches The Bachelorette. Obviously, you're tuned into my part 1 live stream of Tayshia's season of The Bachelorette's finale episode. And hopefully we'll get some clarity as this episode wraps up on where her head is at and who she might end up with. And hopefully there's love at the end of this. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like the video, okay? Share the video, share the channel with your friends. Super chat if you would like to support me in the channel. Really appreciate that. And also stay tuned for the after show. I will be dropping a link in the next few minutes for y'all to join. I need you to turn your cameras on, your audio on, and give me your live feedback. It's a whole vibe, okay? A whole vibe. And we are going to get into it all after the show. So stay tuned for that and look for the link in the comments. And if you're a new subscriber, put that in the chat as well. I will be shouting you out. So let's get back into the show. And it looks like our good sis Rachel Lindsay is making an appearance. You've heard her name in the chat a bit. So let's get into it.
How are you? That's how. Okay. How are you? We'll start there. I actually had a fantasy suite last night. It was actually my last one, so I already had 2. This is my 3rd one. But I actually didn't really go as planned. So it was with Brendan, and Brendan happened to be a guy that I know since night 1. He was my first one-on-one, and after my first one-on-one, I walked away being like, I'm marrying him. But last night we had dinner, and he's like, "You are the person I want." And it's weird that I have everything that I want, but I can't get there. So it just, he's a really good guy. And it does suck. I didn't really sleep. But in the sense of like, I'm happy he told me now. Can you imagine if I were to leave with him? Exactly. I'm not ready. Exactly. Then I'd be really upset. Exactly. Do you feel like you were thorough and you got the questions and the clarity that you needed from each fantasy suite? I do. Okay, good. Because I feel like I actually left the first 2 feeling, I got the feelings I needed. I got the validation I needed. Okay, good. I'm so glad you had these conversations. Absolutely. Well, I've already been there. I'm not doing it again just for. But people don't. They get scared, right? Absolutely. Like you're scared. What if he says something that I don't agree with, and then you're in a relationship that's, the beginning of the end. Right. Okay, so tell me about each guy that you have left. So Ivan is someone that has been here, and he's just been like a solid, like a constant, like this whole time. And we had a lot of similarities, and I feel like we just understood each other. Zach has been very interesting in the sense of, I feel like he wasn't someone that stuck out to me night 1. But we've kind of had like little moments each day, and it's to the point where our one-on-one like really propelled us. So 2 guys are going to meet your parents. Correct. Are you nervous? I am nervous, but in a good way. You know what you have. Yeah. You trust your gut. You have to be confident in the decision that you made, and that's what will carry you through. So like, you're okay, no regrets, because I know like when you get to this point where you're down to 2 now, you start thinking about some people that you left behind. Yeah, there was a guy named Ben. Ben. I liked Ben. I mean, aside from the fact that he was like really hot, but he was just really sweet and he cared a lot. But Ben was in the military for 10 years. And I feel like that in itself has made him kind of like hardened towards showing any emotion. But once like I finally got him to start opening up, it was like, he was an open book. It was amazing. But saying goodbye to him, like, he kind of really didn't give me any emotion. He probably was like, I finally opened up to her, and then she sends me home. So his defense mechanism, just, I know there was something there, So it sucks. But now you're like, it's the end. You're down to 2 people. Are you already thinking about the proposal? Because you've been proposed to before. Yeah. So like, what's at stake. You know what? It's more of like an excitement. Good.
This has been an extremely big, important week, and You know, I went first with the fantasy suites. We were able to both express to each other. We were both falling in love with each other. I think we are the most natural together. I think we could really take over the world or do whatever we want. And, you know, I don't think that's the same thing she could really accomplish with other guys. And we have a rose ceremony tonight. And it's going to be a great feeling when Tayshia calls my name.
I don't know if Brendan's still here. I don't know what happened last night. I don't know what happened in Ivan's one-on-one. I know what happened online. I fell more in love with Tayshia. And we looked each other in the eye and said, I love you to each other. If I really think into like my future, being with someone, are we going to be able to create our own magic? Are we going to be able to create our own fun? And with her, it's resounding yes. I'm all in. There's a rose ceremony tonight, and it's exciting, but it's also scary, you know, at the same time. Because like anything can happen.
The last time I interacted with Tayshia, she didn't give me a rose. I was so caught off guard. The way that I saw the relationship going, I was going to marry her at the end. It was going to be me and her.
Oh my God, give us something to work with.
Hey, bud, it's good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Come on in. The way that that ended, my brain couldn't work. And I wish I hadn't shut down in the moment. What's going on? You had something on your mind? The last interaction I had with Tayshia was so not like the relationship that I had with her. I also don't even know if I'm asking to be like back in her life. I just feel the need to express myself. How do you feel about it? I'm in love with her. I'm in love with Tayshia. And I need to tell her. In the moment of the breakup, I didn't feel inappropriate to be like, oh, by the way, I also love you. Or like, please don't dump me because I love you. And when things get emotional or confusing or tough or difficult for me, I often just like shut down. But I've thought about it a lot since. I'm like, maybe she did feel the same way and she was just concerned that I didn't feel that way. Like, I think that might be a real possibility. I'd love to just be able to resolve that really weird breakup that happened. I just think I need to talk to her. Okay. I need to talk to Tayshia because I need to finally tell her how I feel. I kind of regret not saying it at the hometown date. I'm in love with her, and I know for sure that I'd like to have a family with this woman. I need to tell her how I feel, and so I'm excited to tell Tayshia that I love her, to see how she responds. Hopefully she's like happy, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
UPS store.
Ooh, Benjamin is on his way back. Benjamin is on his way back. Benjamin is on his way back. Is it crazy that I feel so deprived that as soon as I saw him, I was like, ooh, who is this new energy? Got all excited. I don't know. I just hope that he's able to express himself. I hope that he's able to use this opportunity to get whatever it is he's feeling off of his chest and not be so closed off. I think we'll call that a win if he can do that. And I'm looking forward to him doing that. y'all have such mixed emotions. I feel like some of y'all in here were like, yes, Ben is coming back. Yes. And now some of y'all are like, go away. So which one is it? Okay, let's see the hashtag. If you want Ben to share his feelings and make his way back into the show or the lineup, type yes. Ben, yes. If you want him to just come get his closure and pack his bags and take his ass back to wherever the hell and on that, resort he needs to go to quarantine, say, Ben, no, I'm trying to see something. Where are we at with it? What is this hashtag, Caleb? Ben, yes. Ben is emo. What is the hashtag? Oh my gosh. Ben, yes. Ben, no. Okay, so we have one, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses, 3 no's, 1 so-so. So y'all look kind of split so far. For the ones who answered no, why? Why no? Do you just not think they're a good match? You think like he should have done this earlier? What is it? All right, Sarah says Ben, yes. Ooh, Amy says whole time he seemed like he wanted to be the bachelor. Ben, hell no. Okay. Tifa, why no? Ben's got to do what he needs to do, but also let Tayshia have a clear head to move forward. Agreed. 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 He's too closed off for T. Respect the woman's choice. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay. Okay. So she's already moved forward. All right. And you should just respect that. He needs more therapy. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Y'all have a lot of thoughts. I'm really excited to have y'all live. I'm dropping the link right now, and the show is coming back. So again, this is our every episode after show. So you click the link, you sign in, you turn your video on, and you will be able to come on live with me to give us your thoughts and some of the other members of Abie Army. I already know y'all are going to get into it. So I just dropped the link, and I'm going to put it on the screen. So join live, give your thoughts live, Abie Army. I'm trying to see some, but in the meantime, let's see what Ben is about to do.
So I'm feeling really good going into tonight. I'm so excited because I can be engaged soon.
Damn, that dress is nice.
Of course. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good, Ben. How are you?
I've been better. Can we say?
Sorry.
I know I'm catching you off guard. And I'm supposed to be long gone, and I know you sent me home already. The way that ended, I was so completely caught off guard. I just didn't even know what to do or say. And I'm sorry for that. I know that was horrible. And for 2 days after, all I've been saying is how would that just happened? I didn't even see that coming. And the feelings that I've had for you, I've been describing this entire time. I just didn't know what it was. And I'm in love with you. I have been in love with you. I know I'm starting to get nervous. I blew it by not telling you in the moment. I've never felt this feeling, and so I was just terrified. But I am in love with you. Like the life we could have together, the thought of that, like it keeps me awake at night. And I'm not sure what to do right now. I'm not sure what I'm asking for. I don't even know what I'm doing. I couldn't leave. But I just had to tell you. Like I see a life with you. Yeah. And I
Hold on a second. No, I'm not right. I'm gonna need a minute, okay? What? I'm just gonna cry. I don't know what to do. There's a rose ceremony. What do I do with that?
Coming up tomorrow night.
Now, this is what it's all about.
It's the dramatic conclusion of Tayshia's journey to find love.
I am falling in love with her, and she's falling in love with me.
There's no way anybody has a better connection with her than I do.
Our chemistry and our love is stronger than ever. But anything can happen.
Will Tayshia end up with the man of her dreams?
I've seen you hurt before, your mom, and I don't want you to be making the biggest mistake of your life.
Oh my god.
I'm in shock right now. Why did I do that? I'm blindsided. It could be the bomb that just explodes everything.
Oh my god.
It's the emotional ending you won't believe. Don't miss the season finale tomorrow night on The Bachelorette.
Damn.
We're actually gonna do some gorgeous of each other.
God, did you ever see my art skills? Some nightmare.
Okay.
Come on.
We have too
Ready?
much to discuss. We are
Okay.
hopping
See
straight
how much
into it. Why did I just turn that light on? Oh my gosh. Welcome. Hi, there's so many people in here. We just got through a very emotional episode. First part of the finale of Tayshia's season. Of course, Ben just comes back, rocks our world. It's like Ben, who was mute the entire time, know how to put sentences together, and I can't handle it. And I totally feel her. That's my Virgo sister.
Sorry,
She was, you see, Siri missed that shit too. Siri was trying to find some sense too. Tayshia's overwhelmed. Her face said it all. She wanted to curse him out. I think she's thinking, it's not about what you're saying. It's the fact that you could have done this however many days ago that she let him go. And you're doing this now in the moment where I'm settled in my decision. I'm going with what's in front of me. And now you want to come in and fuck some shit up. It's not fair. But it doesn't negate the fact that that it's happening and she has to make a decision. So I guess we shall see. And I want to hear from y'all. I have posted on the screen the link for y'all to join. There's a lot of people in here, so I hope we'll get some newbies to come give their thoughts and opinions on the episode tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who's sending compliments. Y'all are too kind. I want to shout out some new subscribers. So first and foremost, who are some new subscribers who have joined us for the first time tonight, or second, or third time? It's all good. I won't hate. Need to sleep. I am in Brazil. Hi, Myra. Hey from Brazil. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoy. Who else? I know we got some newbies in here. Yeah, she seemed pissed at the producers, right? You're welcome. You are so welcome. OMG. Is there any newbies in here before we get into the live chat? A lot of y'all sleepy. I need to sleep too, child. I need to eat too, child. No. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. Did you subscribe? I will be live tomorrow night. Hi, Michaela. Welcome to the Abie Army, child. Ooh, child. Everybody say, hey, Michaela. And hey, Kimberly. Who else? She did want to set it off, Tifa, and that's on period. She wanted to set it off, baby. Oh, y'all said that Brendan is gone. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Carter. Y'all funny. Right. Ben has impeccable timing. Mm-hmm. See everybody saying, hey, Michaela. Anybody else new that we need to shout out before we get into this? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All righty. Hi, Zebby. Okay, you know how this goes. Everybody's coming through. We got to get right
So
into
much to talk about. Oh my God.
Hey.
Hey,
We've been missing you. Okay, wait. I gotta put the names on the screen, y'all. Hold on, because.
Oh wait. All right. In honor of the failed date of Brendan and Tayshia, I busted out one of my minks. Yes, I said one of, and some rings.
That's how you feeling?
Okay.
That's how you feeling?
From one bougie girl to another. This is.
I know that's right.
I ain't mad at you, Liz. You're pulling it off. I'm not mad at you. And welcome back in. We've missed you. Welcome back.
Yes. And I see Kimberly. Welcome.
Welcome, Kimberly.
Hi, nice to see you guys.
Welcome.
Look at y'all are smiling ear to ear. I love it.
It's energy. It's the energy for me.
Energy.
You was dropping the energy all night.
You really was.
I'm so glad
Yeah, I have a lot to say. I feel. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give y'all a chance. Just in one word, how would you describe this episode?
Hot mess.
Is that hyphenated?
Hot mess.
Hot mess. No, that's right.
Emotional overload. I know that's 2 words, but it is what it is. My God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It was a good episode.
What did you say, Shauna?
It was a good episode. I liked it. I watched it with my mom for the first time.
Oh,
very nice.
Yeah.
Liz?
Where'd Kayla go?
Oh God, one word? Really? I only have one word to describe it?
Just one.
Hot.
Ooh,
and that's because of that.
Yes.
It was hot all over.
Like me and this freaking mink. It's too hot.
I was about to say, yeah.
Seriously. Hold on, I'm gonna add who we got. Hi, it's so good to see you, Better. Hey, Evergreen.
What's up? What's up?
Hello.
What's up? You have one word for the episode.
Happy solstice. Lackluster.
What was
Just
it?
Really lackluster.
Oh wow.
Let's start there.
Wow.
Why?
Just the relationships. I don't know. I'm just like not.
That's for her.
I don't know. I love her. I just feel like I'm missing some vulnerability from her, which makes me think she's not as connected to them as it. I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I felt things from her earlier on. It's almost like there's as it's getting closer, they're losing it.
The momentum has dropped.
Yeah.
Dang. Anybody agree with that?
I think so. I feel like it has dropped in a way because, like, you have to remember when she came in, everybody was on 100. Like, we were so excited for her, given the Claire situation. And then when she got there, it's just like, one, she's coming into men that didn't know who the new Bachelorette was going to be. So she's coming in already like standoffish, and then like you can see the progression, but then you also can see how some men were not really that in tune to her anyways. And then like her final 2 or final 3, like Brandon, whatever his name is, I don't agree with him at all. I think he wasted everybody's time, even the production team.
I agree.
Yep.
I feel like if he knew he wasn't ready, he should have said that on the one-on-one date, so she could have been like, okay, well, I know how you feel. I'm not gonna rush you into anything, because that's if we're being completely honest, if we go back to the Bachelor with Colton and Cassie told Colton that she wasn't going to be able to get married or be proposed to at the end, right? But he made it in a way that he was able to support her decision. With Brandon, I feel like he waited last minute, so it's just like she couldn't really do anything. Like she has Zach and then she has Ivan, 2 amazing guys. Brandon just wasted her time and it lost the momentum in general. That's how I feel about it.
No, good analysis. Good analysis. No, it was so much tonight. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I know I usually bring it week, but my God, like, can you make it light for me somehow? Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this. I think Brendan, what he did, although it was very wrong, at least he was honest. You know, because it's like what she said, that if he was in the final 2 and made it, then she would be really upset. I feel like there's such a security there that Tayshia is so afraid of in a way, because the word for him has been friend zone the whole time. But sometimes when you've never had something before, you don't know how to appreciate the gift that you never had before. And then with Zach, I did see the chemistry, and I'm not knocking Zach, but you know, the thing that people don't realize is you have to do your work after the show.
Yes.
Because honestly, if we could all just live off emotion, I think nothing in our lives would be stable at all.
No more.
So I don't want to hate the Zach fans. I know we have some in here, but let's realize that I love everybody, and like I said, Liz, welcome back. We have missed you, seriously. Love you. But you have to realize, like, work has to be done. So I think that's the main thing for me. It's like, who can do the work after it's done, not just enjoy the present of just being on TV. That's just it.
No, definitely. And I definitely want to welcome Michaela. I see you, Ronnie. You joined us.
Hello, Michaela. Hey, Ronnie.
Welcome, Michaela.
First the whole thing. I know. Hi, guys. I said I didn't watch the whole thing. I was in Oregon and I just saw it. I was like, oh, watch. And of course, I had something to say. So I can't really comment on the whole episode, but I'm so tired of Ben. I'm so tired of Ben. And I loved him. I loved him from the jump. Since Claire, I've loved this man. And then the last episode, I was like, something's weird. Something's so weird about him. And then catching it like right at the moment, or coming into the chat right at that moment, I was like, not here for it, not at all. He's just gonna like rock her world, and hopefully, I mean, if she chooses him, they like last. But I don't know. What does everyone else think about Ben?
I love him too.
Oh gosh.
You want to know something crazy though? I feel like each cast member reminds me of a former cast member. Like Ivan reminds me of Mike from Hannah's season, and then I feel like Brendan, he reminds me of like a Tyler, just like a younger version of Tyler. And then I also feel like Zach reminds me of Jed. And so when I see them, I'm just like, I don't know. Y'all give me so much past contestant vibes to the point where I'm scared for Tayshia, because we don't want another, let's be honest, we don't want another Bachelorette single. Like, you're going on the show purposely to get proposed to at the end and find love. But it's just like they cast so similar, it bugs the hell out of me. But I don't know. I'm not a Zach fan. I feel like he shows too many similarities between Jed. And then I love Ivan. He actually came to Tuscaloosa one time. I don't know what it was. But that was way before the show was like cast or anything. And so when I saw that he was on The Bachelor, I freaked out. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's Ivan, But I feel like he's a sweet, intelligent person. I just don't know if he is ready for marriage like Tayshia is.
Do you think Ivan and Tayshia have good chemistry?
I think I want them to so bad.
Yeah.
And I think in the back of my head, I have that thought that's like, they're more like brother and sister, but I don't let it come to the forefront because it makes me mad that it's not like perfect. Like everything else makes sense. Obviously, they're cute, they look good together, they have a rapport, it's fun, he's a good dude. So I'm just like, yes. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I feel like she's not all the way into it. And it's not. So, but I won't say it too loud, but I sometimes, you know,
when I see her and Ivan, it works on paper, but when you read their body language, she is not sexually attracted to him the way she is with Zach.
I would agree.
I mean, when you see her and Zach, oh my gosh, it's explosive. It's like, okay, get the room already. Seriously. And you can see that consistently. That's the thing. It's consistent with the two of them. When it comes to like her and Ben, it's like she wanted to have that same thing with him, but Ben is so stuck with not articulating his feelings, and he has a lot of work to do. And I don't think Tayshia wants to deal with a person that has a lot of emotional trauma. And that's why she feels so good with Zach, because he's worked through his crap. And that's why she's like, he's ready, opposed to someone like Ben or any of the other guys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Zach already has expressed that he's worked on everything. So he's willing to do the work. And that's why she's like, oh, he's so far ahead of all these other guys with any of their trauma. That's why that chemistry is now like, oof, you know? And I just feel it between those two. Again, I would love to see her with Ivan, but it's just not there. They just don't have that sexual chemistry. They have everything else but that. And that's what you need for a long-lasting relationship, too. You need everything.
I agree.
That's good analysis. I agree with that.
Totally agree.
But follow-up question for everyone. Do we feel like, yes, I think we can all agree the sexual chemistry is there between her and Zach. Do we feel like all the other life-aligning pieces are there? Do we feel like he's genuinely like husband material, like commitment, everything will work out long term, or is it just the right time?
I think he's ready to do whatever it takes to keep her, because he's that kind of guy. He's going to do it because he's so attracted to her, and he needs some kind of motivation as well. Like he even confessed to his own mother, who I think is so freaking, Real Housewives. She was.
Yeah, for sure. You can
Really watches Real Housewives of New York.
For sure.
He needs to be on Real Housewives.
That he wants what Tayshia wants. Now he's changed this too. He wants what Tayshia wants. And that's pretty good. With men, they need a good woman to bring out other aspects in themselves. And Tayshia brings that out in Zach. And he's not afraid, unlike Ben, to express himself and his feelings. Like he will lay all his cards out. Ben, he's missed his chance, and he has a lot of work to do. So, I hope he goes bye-bye, Ben, because he doesn't need to be there anymore.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that for sure. I think that I think good analysis is always Liz. I think that when it comes to that emotional situation, it's such a spectrum that you really can't tell what emotion you're feeling now is going to carry you into the future, because like you said, he's done his work, but at the end of the day, you can only have motivation for so long for a human being. At the end of the day, you are a human being yourself. So can you get past that emotion for having it for somebody else? And can you say, you know what, I am a good person, and because I am a good person, I can put that goodness into them. Because if that relationship is just motivation for her, but he can't see anything for himself, then it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think he's ready because she brings it out. However, I'm not jiving with his brother. I feel like his brother will kind of like push some things in their relationship, and I think he will be, if they do get together, I think eventually they will break up if the brother doesn't back up. Like, I really feel like the brother will be the trigger for their relationship to part ways. I really do, because the way he was like on the attack, like she wasn't good enough for him. What? I mean, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I saw like the way he like questioned and his body language. I was like, oh, he doesn't like her. Is this something that he's not saying? I mean, could it be that,
like when they were about to count, he was like, you didn't answer the question. And I literally got, I paused. I was like, I know he ain't now I'm black, and if you come across any type of way, you gonna catch the cheating. But when he was like, you didn't answer the question, I kind of bit for her, because I was just like, you don't know her. Your son knows her. Your son has been here for however long the show records or whatever, and your son knows what he wants. But I agree with you, Liz. I feel like we're not really getting to know Zach the way we all want to know Zach. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that he got past his struggle and like he's still here, and I'm grateful that he's alive, because whatever his story was or is, it's hard to get through an addiction or whatever like that. So I'm glad that he's here, and that's a part of his testimony. But I feel like there's something in depth that we don't know, and I feel like if they do get engaged, it's definitely going to come out after, and there's going to be an issue, because I mean, not saying that he's a bad guy, but I'm just saying there's always something in depth to what a person tells you. Just because they've been through an addiction doesn't mean, I mean, it does mean something, but it's just like there's something else there. Like there's something deep down that you're probably not telling me, or you want me, but there's other feelings there. Or I don't know. I just think it's gonna be like it's gonna be a Hannah and Jed type of situation for sure.
No,
so I'm not gonna be too excited.
Yeah.
I think Abie said it whenever it was a couple weeks ago, that like if he wasn't smiling and now he's smiling, that's kind of a red flag. That like you don't want to be somebody's entire happiness, because that could flip real quick and get real ugly.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you both of y'all brought up the families, because even last week his parents, just the weird energy of like, oh, we're kind of all here for the experience. Who's the Bachelorette? Okay, like it was just lackluster vibes, and that is such you already. I already
Yeah.
feel like she likes him more. I'm just honest. I feel like she puts more, like she initiates more, and so then to come in and see that the family is not all that excited, it's like a
Exactly.
battle, and I don't think she deserves any of that. Like I don't even want her to walk into a situation that calls for her to fight, and it feels like
Exactly.
it must be a fight.
And
I
you
kind of felt like the family was expecting a white girl. That's
Definitely.
how my reaction was. I was like,
Sure.
really? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's it, that's how I felt.
Big flag.
I read that energy.
Yeah.
Like,
I would agree with that.
Where
a
we're
little
from.
racist,
Back
aren't
where
we?
we're from. I'm
I
from a
would
small town.
I would definitely agree with that for sure. And the thing is too, this is, in the words of Optimus Prime, more than meets the eye, because these are just the people that could actually come. So imagine when all the other family members start to get to know them, and if the brother was that aggressive, then who else in the family may poke and prod
Get that.
and exactly, may mess it up. So,
Exactly.
hey,
Yeah.
Auntie Avalon, nice to see you. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi, Avalon.
Avalon.
And she's coming through too. I see you. I see you.
Avalon, we need your word for
The audio
episode.
the audio keep going in and out. I can't hear you all. The audio keep going in and out.
Wait, do you want to try to log back in and out? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi.
The audio keeps going in and
Hello?
out.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, you sound like robots.
Oh, wow.
Avalon, can you sign in and out real fast?
No, I can hear you now. Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
How everybody doing? Hello.
Hello.
Look, Liz, I'm on your game. I said tonight is a special night. I got my wedding band on, my engagement ring on, I got my jewelry on, my makeup on, baby. I said tonight's special night, baby.
Yeah.
We coming correct
I
tonight.
need to start layering. That's how we get.
We are
Girl,
blinged
I
out.
layered up. I'm coming correct tonight.
I'm here for it. I am so here for it.
I love it. Avalon, I need your word for the episode.
What word for what episode? This one here?
One word to describe this episode.
Exactly as I thought it was gonna be. That's the one word. I mean, was it bad?
Why is that funny?
Is it bad word?
Yes.
How many words is it? Her face. Let me tell you something. No. You could make so many memes of her face this evening. You can make that 30 memes of her face.
You really could, though. You really could.
Yeah.
She has an expression on her face. I mean, go gracious. I mean,
whose face?
Somebody comment
You
saying,
can't read everything on her expression.
Say what now?
Who's
Somebody
face?
commented we're creating ways to justify not liking Zach. I don't think we're creating ways to not like him. I think just his family's presence and like just his overall personality, it doesn't shine through the TV like it should be shining, I guess. I just don't think not saying he's not there for the right reasons. I just feel like he has a lot to work on. He's 36 years old. He's
like I said last week. We brought last week. Only you all did the new people. I know y'all saw last week. Last week I brought up a good point. I said I think he's more addicted to her than attracted to her. Because if you're a drug addict or somebody who has abusive behavior, you become easily addicted to anything. They could be food, drugs, whatever, smoking, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or people. Without that, people.
Yeah, addicts will find another
outlet. They'll find another outlet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why, like, when they stop doing drugs, they either pick up smoking or they
start eating a lot.
Weightlifting. And
weight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
I was just gonna say earlier, I was like, I think he has just an addictive personality. And now he's like with Tayshia, and this is his drug of choice, if you will. And he's like, now what's the next step? Oh, marriage and babies and New York and life. And I'm like, do you really want this? Like, it's not really like the full. I think it'd be different if it was like the full-on Bachelorette, and we had dates and longer time to hang out and stuff. But been like a condensed couple of weeks. You're an addict. You have an addictive personality. You fell in love with her after like a week or so, which is like I guess normal. But Haley like hyped him, and when I see him with her, I'm like, you like the thought of her more than her.
Then actually, he liked the thought of her than actually the thought of her. Yes.
Yeah, it's more so like a lust thing. Like he's lusting after her. I don't think he's in love with her. That like the thing is, there's a difference between lusting and loving, and I feel like he's more so lusting. Like he loves that she's there. He loves the presence. He loves that this is an ongoing thing, and then he could be the one. But I also feel like it's not a love thing. I think he's just there just to be there. And I don't think, and I hate to say it, and I hate to be the one to say it, but I don't really think it's going to work out because it's more so of a lust connection. There's a difference between a love and lust. And when you start a relationship off of lust, it's not going to continue in a positive effect. And then he was an addict, so you just got to look at the pros and cons.
Yeah. When people are addicts, where their real feelings are coming from, because they addict. Where are your real feelings coming from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know where it's coming from.
He was younger, and a lot of like time, like when he was first married, and then all that stuff. So yeah, he might be ready, but at the same time, is he mature enough? Did he already get out all like I wanted to live my 20s and I wanted to hang out and do these things and live my life independently? You lost that because you were an addict and you had to treat it. Now, are you trying to catch up? And do you think having like a pretty girl on your side is gonna do that for you? Is that the step in order for you to catch up and be with the rest of your 36-year-old, I don't know, however old he is, peers? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think she should have just had her own Bachelorette season with a whole nother group of guys. That's how I feel personally. I feel like coming in, it was just a red flag for all of them anyway, specifically the guys anyway. So I don't really think she had a fair shot of finding love because she got, if we're being honest, she got clear sloppy seconds, and you don't ever be someone's sloppy second. So I don't really think there was enough guys there that really were there for her. I think there was guys that, of course, we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna see who's the next Bachelorette, and then if we like her, and if she's gorgeous, we're gonna stay. And if she tends to us, then we're gonna stay even longer. But I don't really think it was a fair shot for her to find love, anyways, coming in, because you got clear guys. They were not cast based on what you wanted. They were cast based on what Claire wanted. So it's just like she was already in the red zone anyway. So I don't know. I honestly, excuse my French to all my elders, but I think this was a whole shit show.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't like the fact that she was stuck in COVID, because I want to see Tayshia travel the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to see her in Egypt, in London, in Paris, walking down the street. That's all I want to see her at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would have been more fun.
She's stuck in COVID.
Yeah. See if Matt James
I feel like
walk around that theme park all day long. I'm tired of walking this theme park. Can we go somewhere else?
No, it's quarantine.
You can't find a taxi driver that's under quarantine to take him somewhere. I don't get this.
I feel like she did let go a couple of good guys that she didn't get a chance, and that might just be because she didn't have chemistry with them. Like my man Joe. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
he was
Joe.
Amazing. I'm following him on his Instagram. Dude is awesome. And I feel like his personality, if she was actually attracted to him, would have been the best match for her.
Oh, for sure.
They said Joe was solid. People say after people the Bachelor Nation who met these guys after Bachelor Nation, they said Joe, Bennett, and somebody else. They said they are solid guys. They said people love these guys.
I follow Bennett, I follow Joe, and I actually started following Blake because he's hilarious.
Oh yeah, Blake is funny. Blake is real funny.
He is hilarious. He adopted rhinos.
He adopted
rhinos. Yeah, he loves animals.
How do you adopt a rhino? Please explain.
Who puts rhinos up for adoption? Come on, what is this said?
Wait, Shauna, what's up?
Go follow Zach Blake's
Joe,
Instagram. He adopted 2 rhinos.
Lord have
Joe
mercy.
actually got the COVID vaccine and then ran, like 3 days later, ran a 4-mile marathon. He's been running marathons for charity, and he keeps donating money for different charities.
Good
Joe
God.
is a stand-up guy, and yes,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, Joe is so
Joe.
I love Joe.
Come on, Google.
I feel like Joe
Thank
should
you,
be
Abie.
Joe should be the next Bachelorette because we didn't see anything of Joe this season.
I agree.
I was just about to say
Joe's not
that.
going to do The Bachelor. Joe
I
won't
don't
do
know. I don't know. Because think about it like this, y'all.
He
We've
wouldn't.
had
I feel like
two.
he thinks he's too intelligent.
Well, let me say this. We've had 2 black bachelorettes. Tayshia's the first Latina bachelorette ever. The first Asian bachelor, I feel like if anybody could carry that mantle, it would be him. Because this season, he was himself. He didn't give a damn about the cameras. He cared about the guys. He cared about the process, and he cared about himself. So I would say don't say never on him.
Right.
Well, he said he didn't know much about the whole everything. They contacted him, and he went in not knowing anything about the whole entire franchise. So he was his authentic self.
Right.
And he still continues to show up exactly how he is. How he was on the show is on his Instagram. He's doing funny stories. He does poke fun at Bennett, and Bennett takes it well. Bennett's been doing a lot of stuff too.
Oh, I'm so glad he got kicked off because Bennett.
Thank you.
Okay, Bennett
was a hot mess. Bennett was like somebody's
Hold on, I need a quick survey.
Like he was like someone.
I know what you're gonna survey on.
I need a quick survey.
Joe me to the wall.
My first question is,
argument with that. What was that kid's name?
Which one? Wait. My first survey question for the group: do you like Bennett? Raise your hand.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I like him for personality. I like him for personality reasons.
I'm right here with him.
He is a big dork. He is truly a big dork, and that's why I like him. He thinks he knows it all, but he doesn't.
I think he overdoes it. Like he puts it out there like, yeah, I went to Harvard. And I'm just like, okay, and guess what? I go to the best school in America because we got the best football team, but I don't rage about that every freaking day of my life. Like, no. Like,
okay, come on.
He plays it up. He played it up because the producers told him to.
He don't care about Harvard.
For sure.
Listen, I'm not falling in love with your degrees. I'm falling in love with you as a person, not your degree. So stop.
Well,
that's what
it would have helped if he could.
Somebody told Wendy on Real Housewives to tell me that.
Don't say what you couldn't follow who's in a rob.
Oh my God! It really would have helped.
I loved Tayshia's face when Bennett was standing there like American Psycho, and the door hit her. She was so scared.
Oh my gosh! Literally.
So when Ben showed up.
When Bennett showed up.
When Bennett showed up.
When Bennett showed up, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious.
No.
But to be honest, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. But to be honest, don't tell me you don't go to Harvard and not tell nobody you went to Harvard. I'm sorry.
That's true.
You're gonna tell somebody you went to Harvard.
That's true.
Any Ivy League.
You don't graduate Harvard and tell nobody. Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest.
Like, he went to Harvard, and I know a lot of people that go to Harvard that ends up on national.
But I'm just saying, to be truthful, now you know people are human nature. Let me say, no. Human nature trumps anything. Now you gonna sit and tell me you went to Harvard, you ain't tell me you went to Harvard. You know that's not gonna happen.
Okay, but there's a difference between saying, "Oh, I went to Harvard," and like making it just all about the Harvard thing. Like the reason why people didn't respect him the way they wanted to respect him is because he kept raging. Oh, I went to Harvard. I should be Tayshia's husband because I went to Harvard.
I remember him saying that. I remember him saying that. No. He did not say that. People threw it in his face. He didn't say that. People threw it in his face. I remember Bennett saying he went to Harvard. He never said that.
But he did.
People threw it in his face.
I think when it comes to this,
but no, people threw it in his face. He didn't. I remember him mentioning that one time he went to Harvard.
I think when it comes to that, though, the producers could have played that up because think about it like this: every college has an alma mater. They have alumni. So, for example, if I went on, which is never going to happen, but let's just say it did. I went to Kent State. I went to Arkansas Tech. Arkansas Tech. I would want to mention them because they're my alma mater. That brings good press. And it's a press game. But there's a difference between playing it up, which I do agree with Kim. There's a difference between playing it up because producers told you to and that you wanted to do it. Because let me say this. I've seen people on The Bachelor, all these shows that went to school, but they never show personality outside of that one college name. So at least he showed some personality.
Bennett was funny as hell to me. I don't know about that. He's funny to me.
I think just the funniest part.
I'll give him credit when credit's due. I mean, he did show his personality, but he wasn't a fan. Like, I definitely would not see him as Tayshia's husband. Because he just kept going back and forth with that young boy, and it was like, y'all were going back and forth for what? You're wasting my time.
Oh, with Noah?
Your own breath
Oh my
talking
gosh.
about this.
That was a nightmare.
Noah. And that's the thing. If you're a grown man,
I didn't like that.
Said he was, I wouldn't go back and forth with Noah. Like, I would have just moved on. But Bennett kept just going back to Noah. Like, I don't think you're ready for marriage. Well, how are you going to tell somebody if they're ready for marriage or not if you don't know them personally? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just think Bennett gave up too much of, I'm trying to be aggressive. And I know I could be somebody's husband, and I know I could be your type of daddy type vibes. Like, he was just doing too much.
And the sippy cup too. I mean, honestly,
favorite.
That was funny.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry.
I love that.
I was rolling.
Look, listen.
Eva, what did you say? Eva,
that was hilarious.
I was just going to say that my favorite cringe moment was when he kissed her blindfolded. It was so disgusting. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah,
that was who did it being
offensive. When they were doing the blindfold drawing or whatever it was, Bennett like kissed her blindfolded.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yes.
That.
Oh, okay. I remember something vaguely about that.
Shauna, you want to say something?
Yes. Thank you.
Go ahead, girl.
There's so much going on in here. Like I say with Bennett, from the whole issue with Noah, at the end of the point where he gave him the book and the gift, that was a no for me because it's kind of saying that I'm better than you and you will not get anywhere with her. So for me, that's kind of where it looked cowardful on his part.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Well, in reality, he is better than him.
Don't do that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to think you're smart and know you're smart and you went to a great school, but to down others in the process was a no for me. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Understanding people from Bennett's world, because I grew up in all that. You know,
and I know people like Bennett. I know people like Bennett personally. Yes.
Okay. I was married to that. Okay. No lie. Because I know this is going to be on the internet forever, so I'm not going to say any lies. Okay. I went to private schools. Okay. I was surrounded. I grew up in that entire environment. They legit, in Bennett's defense, they legitimately do not understand that they're being condescending. They legitimately thought he was being uplifting.
Authentic.
He even said, I'm trying to love you up. He was being sincere. But it's that whole universe that he comes from. They don't understand that it comes from.
They don't understand. They don't.
Way.
Right.
They don't.
I mean, I have to disagree. It took me years to figure out you can't say certain things to certain people.
Yes, I said that from the beginning. I said that weeks ago
because I came off as snobbish for the first 20 years of my life, And then I was like, "Oh, really? I didn't mean that." And they're like, "Yeah,
Yep.
it's this, and this. You said it, and it was the way you said it. It sounded very like you're better than me." And I was like, "But that's not what I meant." So he legit doesn't know. He like legit. I'm just telling you. I know that.
You know what, Liz? I totally agree with you about that. But it's because when you live life, when you live years of life, you come across all different types. Okay, I have come across all different types of people in my life. I got friends just like Bennett. Got money, got houses, got everything like that. When I said to piss off, I said, "Me, they go, oh Michelle, we meant to piss off. What did I do to you, Michelle?" They so apologetic. What did I do? What did I do? They love Michelle Dirty Draws because then Michelle come real with them and come straight with them. Okay, and you know it's just a matter of people. It's just people are people. People are people. No matter what side of status they are, people are people.
Right.
Everybody needs love. Everybody seeks love. Okay. You have to tell people where you stand. No. People like Bennett. You have to tell them where you stand, how much you will take, and if you're gonna take it, take it. You're not. Don't leave me alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you are. That's how you deal with them kind of people.
And thank y'all for giving context to that because we all know what we don't know. And I will say this. There's a lot of times on TV where you wish somebody would have the openness to be honest and to step up or show up. The word overused. But at least Bennett did try, you know, and at the end of the day, no one is perfect. He or she who has not sinned cast the first stone. And even like low key, I really do love the sippy cup moment. But from my world and from all of our worlds, we've all have vulnerabilities that if you hit below the belt and it reaches our soul, we're coming for you. Point blank, end of story, period. So even though it was cute to us, in my world, I know if I would have done that, I would have been told off on. You get what I'm saying? But I do appreciate the context because it makes me understand a little bit more now of how Bennett was. And honestly, I can't believe that, Liz, that people said that about you or that you came off across that. Because ever since you've been in here, you've been nothing but loving, you've been nothing but kind. But and again, we don't know what we don't know either. So
no, and
the thing about it is, go ahead.
And I gotta agree.
I gotta agree, and I feel
go
like
ahead. I don't know who's.
No, I was just gonna say thanks for sharing that, Liz, because I do feel like sometimes it can be a location thing too. Because I would say like having spent a little bit more time on the West Coast, there was a certain level of energy that I couldn't place, and it was passive aggressive. And when I'm originally from the Midwest, so I'm just like, what is this weird? Like, what are you?
I'm like that too. Yes, we don't understand passive aggressive.
What's happening? Like, I'm not used to this. You either shoot me or keep it moving. Like, it has to be one or the other. And so sometimes you learn that people are really different, and they say things different. They intend things different, and sometimes it takes, being exposed in a new environment or new people to be like, that's not how this is going to happen. This felt offensive to me. So no, definitely.
I agree. I grew up,
I'm a New York City girl. So I'm from New Jersey originally, but I also lived in New York. And and he's from that area. He's an East Coast guy. Yeah. So East Coast, we say things differently. And I've been in the South for my adult life now. Hence the Southern accent.
I'm from Arkansas.
My accent changes when I go to Europe. When I spend time in England, I all of a sudden have an English accent. It's the weirdest thing.
Immersion. You're immersed. No, I just love that part too. And you say you're from New York too, Kimberly. Do you feel that?
Yeah. I have to agree. We just come across like condescending. From being in the South, like I'm 22, about to be 23, yay. But when I was living up north, it was just like New York people knew how like to approach New York people. And so when I came out to the South, they would always say that I was always condescending or aggressive because my tone or how I would ask a question or how I would start a conversation. So, I mean, I do have to, now looking at it from a different perspective, I can see where Bennett is kind of you know, coming from a good place. But there's like, you also have to learn people's boundaries as well. And I feel like if he never would have came at Noah the way he would have came at Noah, saying that Noah was the youngest and he didn't really know what marriage was, it's been on a different foot. But because he came the way he came, Noah went into attack mode, and it was just back and forth for half of the daggone season. So
I would agree with that too. Like I said, I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, so from the South, totally get it. And you know, down south, there's a culture where when I moved to Ohio, when I say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, they're like, "It's okay, you can call me by my first name." I'm like, are you sure? Because, like I said, when you've been raised a certain way, it's a culture clash that you have to gradually lean into, you know, and I have to say that if you can move to somewhere else, do it, because it's scary as all get out, but it allows you to open up more. Because now I have two homes. I have Ohio and I have Arkansas. Arkansas is where I was born and raised. Ohio is where I grew up. And how I will go throughout the world is homes like this. Like, this is my home. Like, all y'all are like people of mine, and y'all are family, regardless if y'all like it or not. It is what it is. So the more that you know, the more that you grow, the more that you connect in different spaces, I think the better off you'll be, because each platform requires a different energy. So
yes, and you learn a little something different. You pick up something different.
And that's why, you know what, I agree with you on that, Kate. Braylon, I agree with you on that, because the older you get and the more you come to learn about life and stuff, you get to learn about different existences. You have different existences in life, okay? Yeah. Your lives don't stay the same. See, your existences and realization will come to different levels. Liz know what I'm talking about. Your life and realization come to different levels as you get older and older and older. Okay, you come to appreciate your different levels. You come to appreciate people's different existences. People that live life different than I do, I appreciate them. People live life different than other people do, I appreciate them, because you appreciate everybody has a place in this world. Absolutely. I'm not the only one got a place in this world. Everybody got a place in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's like that. Like Bennett, he got a place in this world. Like Ivan's brother with his, self, with his convex self, place in this world. Everybody has a place in this world. You know what I'm saying? So you have to appreciate everybody's existences, especially appreciate your own existences. That you contribute something to this world.
Amen.
And that's why I don't get why so many people, when they audition for the show, and like when it's about, because there was, the main thing was between Noah and Bennett was the age thing, and I feel like Bennett was the oldest probably, and I get that, but it's just like you never know what a young person goes through too, because I'm 18. Well, I was 18 at one point. I ain't 18 now. Look, trying to go back. But I'm just like, with me, I experienced different stuff. I had to deal with real life adult issues that, normally a 16-year-old don't have to. Or
okay, first of all, wait a minute. How old are you? Kimberly, how old are you?
I'm about to be 23, so I'm 22.
And you how old?
22.
You how old? I'm sorry, you said 22 or 42?
I'm 22.
22.
Okay, then you're not lived life yet. You still got a lot to living to go. Okay, the stuff you've been through. The reason why you say that because you've been through the first time. Wait till you go through the second. No. Listen. No. Listen. 22 is nothing. Wait till you go through the second and third time. Then you can talk. Then you can talk. We go through things the second and third time. Just your first time going through things. Okay, this first time is your painful time. Listen, Kimberly. Kimberly, listen to me. Please listen to me. Kimberly, this is your first time going through things. This is your most painful time, and your most memorable time is your first time going through it. Wait till you go through the same thing your second, third time, see what you say.
I mean, okay? I feel like it's different things.
Wait till you go through the second, third time. I'm not looking down on you. Listen, Kimberly. I'm not looking down on your youth. I'm not looking down on your youth. I'm giving you hope for the future. Because you get all caught up in your existence now. You got a greater future ahead of you. The pain will subside. What you're going through now, you think it's so overwhelming, the pain will subside. You'll get used to it. You know how to deal with it. and you get that the healing balm and salve to rub on your skin to say, okay, I got this, and keep on stepping. So that's adulthood. That's adulthood.
You get the
adulthood
experience, and then you know how to better handle that situation moving forward, and you can look at it from multiple perspectives.
Yes,
and Kimberly,
yes, go
you
ahead.
are the exact age of my daughter.
Thank you.
Wow.
So let me
So
tell
you're
you,
going through the first time experience. All y'all in your 20s, y'all go through that first time experience and stuff. It's very painful and it hurts because your first time going through it. But let me tell you all, this is not the first time facing the stuff you're facing now. It's gonna come harder and stronger the next time around. And guess what, baby? You better deal with it because you have the scars to prove it. I've dealt with this before.
Mm-hmm.
I will survive this.
And you can handle it with.
Thank you.
You know, without even a second thought. You're like, oh
wait.
wait.
Second thought about it. You step right over like a dead body. Step right over it.
Yep.
I agree. I mean, I do agree. But as I'm speaking for young people, there's, you know how they always say, like, for instance, I don't know whether it's this movie, I don't know the name of this movie, but this movie, I think he quoted like someone was being young or something like that, and they made a comment about him being so young, but you don't know what a young person, like, it's a whole totally different ball.
Well, baby, you ain't facing nothing yet. Wait till you get older. You ain't facing nothing yet. Wait to keep on living. You gonna face some more stuff. You ain't facing nothing yet. What you going through ain't nothing.
And I
keep living.
If I may say something, no, go ahead.
Like it's a whole different perspective with 16, 18, and me 22 now. You don't know how much life. I mean, I didn't live a whole bunch of life, but I could tell you now that I went through hell and high water, and I'm grateful to be where I am now at the age of 22 because other people I dealt with in my life. So I'm just saying, age is really, it doesn't have anything. You need to live long enough. And I'm just like, okay, I get that, but there's a difference between living long enough and being at a young age and having to survive, having to be in survivor mode at a young age. So I told
Kimberly, you think I'm dead now? You talking to a living person. You think I'm dead now? I'm alive right now. You think I'm dead right now, Kimberly? I'm alive right now.
Well,
I'm giving you hope for the future. Don't let that overwhelm you. I'm giving you hope for the future. Look at me.
Honey, it don't overwhelm me, honey.
I'm just telling you. Tonight, now young people, they talk to stuff. They talk about what they're going through and how they're going through and everything like that. I'm not saying you ain't been through nothing. Kimberly, let me tell you something. I'm not saying you ain't been through nothing. I'm not saying you've been through nothing. I'm not saying that.
But how it's
one thing about young people, they let it overwhelm them easily. That's my feel. Don't let it overwhelm you easily. Because you got me who's telling you can go through it.
If I might interject, I think that, again, I think it's really a touchy thing to, and I'm not going to say assume that age translates to experience or like lived experience, because I do feel like there are hard 20s, there are hard 40s, like there are people who just had a bad hand, and it really is comparable to someone the exact same age who just did not face what they have faced. So I don't want to say age is the only detector. It's one of them. But I feel like in general, what you're saying, Avalon, can be applied to anyone. When you're in a negative thing for the first time, a lot of times that is your whole world. That's your whole reality. That's the first time you've ever experienced it. Be 15, 5, 10, 35. It feels like the end of the world. And again, like you said, you get over it, you adapt, you apply, you learn how to feel until it comes back around the next time, and it's like, haha, God, you're not gonna get me. I've been here before. And yes, that tends to come with age, and I do think it's an important thing for younger folks to hear. But I don't think it negates the fact that someone younger has gone, lived, grown, healed, can apply that same advice to someone younger than them, someone older than them. We're just at different moments.
We all go through. If you live longer, you will go through. That's because any age.
That's a fact.
And that's
why
I
think young people have it hard right now with COVID. You know, like Kimberly's generation.
Hey, everybody.
My daughter's age. I think it's hard
Sounds a
for
little weird.
everyone right now, and they have a lot of weight on their shoulders because there's a lot of expectancy for young 20-somethings to show up and do so much. Like there's so much pressure on them. Because I remember, you know, when I was 22, I was in the Army. So, you know, it was a different time. It was the 90s. But right now, like, you know, what Kimberly's generation is facing, my daughter's generation, there is an expectancy of them to be a certain level of adult, and not all of them can be, you know, and a lot of them
they're not truly adults.
A lot of them try, and let me tell you, there's a lot of pressure on them right now. I see it all the time. I see it with my daughter's friends. They're living in a pressure cooker based on the environment, the amount of information that's given, because we have, you know, these devices at our disposal, something we didn't have when we were in our 20s. I mean,
no, because with us, Liz,
that this one does.
With
you know,
us, Liz,
every generation has a certain level of expectancy that they have to rise to the occasion a lot faster, and some can and some can't. So there's a lot of pressure right now. That's just how I feel, and that's what I'm observing.
With us, Liz, with our age group, it was more mental gymnastic than visual gymnastic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We play mental gymnastics. We had mentally, we could try to think and solve and try to. That's what we was forced to do. Because our generation, remember? You know,
we had to do everything by hand.
Thank you, everything by hand. And don't have to do things. Yeah, we didn't have no tools to figure out nothing.
Right.
We had to figure out things ourselves. We had no thing to tell us to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ray and Anastasia.
Yeah, hi, welcome in.
Hey, girl.
If I may say, I think all of you are saying the exact same thing, but just from different spaces. Because I talked to a guy, he's in his 40s, and he was telling me about how his ex-wife basically keeps the daughter away from him. And he asked me it's a whole story that I don't even have time for. It would take after.
I got time. I ain't going nowhere. Tell me.
But
I don't know what to tell me.
But the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. But if you're observant, if you are on purpose and you are leaning into it, you actually pick up on things a lot quicker than other people. So I think in the token that yes, you've been 40, yes, you've been 50, yes, you've been 60, but with young people, it's such a difficult road, as Liz so eloquently said, of I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get my license, I have to get a house, I have to get this degree, I have to get this, I have to get that. And you're just can somebody just let me breathe for one damn minute? I don't have everything together, but I haven't, it's not like I haven't been through anything. Just because I haven't been through your experience doesn't mean it's not mine. So I think at the end of the day,
it's not. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just.
Not been through. No. It's not been through. It's time. It's not been through. It's time. The time. You're the investment of time is what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no been through. I'm talking the investment of time. You know what I'm saying?
And I do understand that it's not about being through anything, but you can't have time and you can't have time if you didn't go through anything. Because anything that you
that's my whole point.
Yeah. So I think everyone is saying the exact same thing. But the day that we start saying, okay, you 22, you can't relate to heartbreak, then hell, nobody can relate to anything. So I think we're all saying the same thing. We're just in different spaces. That's all.
I'm not saying that. See, that's why I did not say. I did not say that. And I said when you're 22, then a 48-year-old, who you think is used to heartbreak more? A 22 or a 48-year-old? Who you think used to heartbreak more? Let's be serious. Let's be real. Now let's be real. No, let's be real with it. Let's be real with it.
some
You
40-year-olds
40, you 40 years old.
So that's why that's
somebody 40 years old, Kimberly. They've been divorced twice already. Come on now,
that's where
Kimberly.
a lot of
Ain't no heartbreak. Heartbreak ain't nothing.
are like a problem.
Not
Come
necessarily.
in.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
Like just because you're a certain age doesn't negate anybody else's experience. Just because you're 48 or 50 doesn't necessarily even mean you've been through a heartbreak. It's people 50 years old that's never been married, has never had a long-term relationship, and then you'll have somebody who's
Wait, do you want to
30,
come in and
had 2
speak your
marriages,
piece to the
has
people?
3 kids.
Okay, I can't hear you. Turn your sound. I can't hear you. Turn your sound up.
Is she the only one, or can anybody else hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Feedback, guys.
Feedback.
This is our
Hello.
Bachelorette.
Aww.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Well, I wanted to bring her in because, like I said, she's kind not to put your age out there, but she's lived life a long time, right? And so I wanted her to kind of give us a different perspective because I feel like we're all saying the same thing as Braylon is saying. Where I think we're all saying the same thing. The difference between like age and how like I don't want to say it's an age thing or it's a time thing, but I think the thing that we have an issue on like trying to correlate is, well, a 42-year-old doesn't really know what a 22-year-old is going through, or like a 22-year-old hasn't really lived a lot of life as a 42-year-old has.
I'm coming up here in a minute.
So give your
Okay, I think that's a perfect segue. I'm going to have Tayshia finish her thought, and everybody else hear a little feedback. So if you just mute while she's talking, and then we can get your point, and we'll jump to you, Kimberly.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I was just saying your age doesn't negate your experience, because you can, like I said, you could be 50 years old and have never had a heartbreak, or have never been in a long-term relationship or a marriage. You could be 30 and have had 2 marriages, kids, the whole 9. So I don't think, you have more time, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have more experience in certain areas of life. Because me, myself, I'm 30, but I've been through a lot in my 30 years. And I could write a whole book on the things that I've been through that some people probably will never experience in their life. So I think age, it does come into play. You know, maybe you're 20, maybe you haven't been to college or got a college degree, but that doesn't mean you haven't been through anything or don't have experience because you're not 50 or 60 years old. So that's all I wanted to say.
Very well said. Very well said.
Very well said. I can agree with that.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to go tend to my husband.
Oh, hello.
Welcome in.
We're just happy to have you.
Thank you. I feel honored. I think, to me, it all depends on how you raise, because if you're raised a certain way, and you're trying to raise your kids the same way you was raised, it don't always mesh because of the generation. And today's generation is totally different. The way now, I can say this because I have more than one child. My oldest child, who's 32. 37. I'm telling my age. But well, look, I'm proud to be 62. So, you know, that look very good at 62.
That's a blessing. Yeah. So,
the way I raised my first daughter, then came my son, and then came Kimberly. CJ's 26, will be 26, Kimberly's 22. It was a whole big difference in between the oldest one, and when I had my son. So the way I raised her, I couldn't raise him or Kimberly the same way because of the way things change in life. But I think I feel I raised mine to the best of my ability, being a single mom. Nobody went to jail. Everybody's well educated, well versed, very independent. And you know, raising kids in today's world is very hard because they have so much peer pressure compared to what I didn't have all the peer pressure that these kids have today. And I wouldn't want to be in this generation because it's just too much. It's a lot. But our way of thinking in that 50 and 60 baby year is totally different from the 70 and 80 baby. But in 90s and 2000s. But I think this generation is a lot stronger in some ways than that. They didn't have to deal with the things. We didn't have to deal with things that they deal with. I couldn't go through that. I think I would have killed somebody by now. But
so, do you think like a 42-year-old doesn't? Okay, so do you think a 22-year-old doesn't have as much knowledge or time rather than a 42-year-old? Because like me, like I've been through life at a young age, and I'm 22 and I'm glad to be here. But like we were just kind of trying to. I mean, I feel like we're all saying the same thing. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter the time. Everybody goes through different things at different ages.
I put it this way: guys mature a lot later than women. So the things that young women will experience, guys may not get to that. Y'all past them. So what you experience in your 20s, a guy may not experience until they're 40.
But just in general.
That's just in general. So, but yeah, it's a sliding scale. So it's kind of hard to really pinpoint, but I guess because I have that age group where everybody thinks differently. My son is totally different compared to my girls.
Oh, yeah.
I have a strong one. I have a weak one. I have one who's still trying to find himself. So, I mean, it's really hard. But I mean, you take it the way it's given to you. I mean, use your senses. Be aware. Don't take no wood nickels and bad apples. If that makes sense.
I think we're all saying, like Miss Avalon Parker said, I think we're all saying the same thing. It comes with time, it comes with age, but I also feel like you could be 22 and have gone through a lot, and you could be 42 and have gone through a lot. It doesn't really matter. We all are going to go through what we go through. I just feel like older people always pinpoint, well, we haven't lived long enough, or we don't know because we're not 42, or we're not 56, or we're not 80. And it's just like, well, I mean, I'm hoping to reach that age one day, but right now it's a whole totally different aspect and generational thing rather than like the 80s or the 70s or like the 90s and the 2000s. Honey, we have to deal with so much more pressure than the 70s or the 80s have done with. So I think we just all go through different things at different ages, and some people still are learning at 60 and 70.
I know
we never stop learning.
I know who still learn. They are way older than me, and they're still learning. So you learn. You're never too old to learn. If that's an old saying, you're never too old to learn. You're never too old. I know someone who was 96 who finally got her bachelor's degree, and now she has a doctorate. And she was like, she didn't get a chance to finish her life, when she was younger. Yeah. And God gave her an opportunity to live this long to get that bachelor's that she wanted. Yeah. So I think it's what word I want to use. It varies from person to person. It varies from generation to generation, and age sometimes really don't have a play in it. Like I said, some people mature than others. I mean, I've been through a lot, and I'm 62, but I know some people who's my age who has not lived to be more and go
any age
things I went through. I mean, so it just.
I think you all are cutting a little bit.
Breaking up a little bit.
You're breaking up just a little bit.
I am dying to find out from
Hey,
Shauna
Ronnie.
her thoughts
Hey,
on
Ronnie.
Brendan.
Hello.
What's good, Ronnie? Welcome in.
Hi, Ronnie.
Yes, and I do want to piggyback
Hi,
off of,
Ronnie.
and I think that was Mom. Thank you, to Kimberly's mom for giving that perspective.
Yes.
And one thing I pulled out of that was just her speaking to having different children and having to parent almost differently. So that almost like reinforces what we're all saying.
Yeah.
That everybody needs a little something different and goes through something a little differently. And I don't think age can be an indicator, but I don't think it's the entire indicator. And everybody needs a little bit something different and learns at a different pace. So that definitely helped to fill that gap and was super enlightening. Like, thank you for doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing.
Liz, why your mic off?
My mic is on.
No, it was off a few minutes ago.
Oh.
Shauna,
I know,
am
Shauna,
dying to hear
quiet.
what you have to say.
No, because I'm trying to speak and everybody, it's a big group tonight. Sorry, I have to re-ask your question, please.
Oh, about Brandon. What are you thinking? Because I know you've been team Brandon, however you say his name. For such
I
a
know
long
Brendan.
time.
What is his name?
And
Brandon or
like what
Brendan?
he did tonight.
Oh
Oh my
God.
gosh. Do you think she scared him with the diamonds?
You know, I'm watching this with my mom tonight. Mom, say hi.
Hello,
Brand.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Okay, so when we watched it,
On the
it's kind of
mom's
hard
in the
and it's a
house.
lot of pressure.
What?
It's a lot of pressure. The day was a lot of pressure. It was a lot. You know, taking somebody to go see rings. I mean, the other ones were light, comfortable. It was a lot. It was weird.
It
And
was
his face,
better.
it was cringy. It was hard.
Do you think maybe she did that because she saw herself in that in her relationship with him,
That's
ready
what my
for that
mom-
next step?
My mom was saying that.
That's what I thought. That's what I got from it. And then like he just wasn't saying anything. It was like he was scared, like deer in headlights. Like, oh my God, I'm not ready.
It was scary. It was hard to watch. Honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at this day just end. It's just uncomfortable. I'm like, if they did some other cute little date, okay, fine. But that's a lot of pressure to put on a man.
Yeah.
They're looking for rings and to make a rash decision like that, especially coming out of being married before.
Yeah.
You pick the ring once, now you're going to pick the ring again, and then it all just rushes back to you, you know? I don't know. It was hard.
She really put him on the spot.
He was scared.
His
He
face,
was a deer in headlights. He was a deer in
Yeah.
headlights. And I feel like for both of them, they should know because they've both been married. So I don't really feel like she should have put that much pressure on him because, like I said, they've both been married before. So out of all people, she should have known going into that date.
You can't play about something like that.
She didn't set the date up. Production set that date up. She didn't set that date up. Production did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, production is wrong for setting the date up, knowing that he said in the confession that he wasn't, or even he said to his brother, he wasn't possibly like he's scared. He doesn't know if he can honestly propose at the end of that. And so from that, production should have already had in their mind, well, don't put him on that date to go see Nell about some ring.
No, that's exactly what they did.
That's exactly why they
They
did that.
knew it was
They
going to
didn't
be
meant to do that. That was done on purpose. That was done on purpose.
It was going to work or it was going to fail. That is it.
That was done on purpose. They pre-planned that.
That was smart.
Oh yeah,
It was smart.
And that's what he should have been out knowing that. He should have went out.
Yeah.
He
If the
was
other
scared.
if the other two dates were light, his date should have been light. That was too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's the final three, but that should have been one-on-one time just for them to be them. I'm sorry.
So the males in the group, if you were in his shoes, what would you have done? Because
I would play it off. I want that ring. I want that ring. I want that ring. I said, Neil, you gonna pay for it? Give it to me. I would play it off.
Okay.
Always.
That's exactly what I would have did too. If I was give
me that bracelet. My mama get that bracelet. My sister get that right here. I played it all the way off. Give me all of it.
Exactly.
Is that what y'all are saying for real?
I'll let Ronnie go first. I've been saying a lot. Ronnie, go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say something. I don't know if this is gonna be controversial or not, right?
Oh, it's all good.
We love controversy. Go ahead.
Play it off. No, let me say this. A man who would play it off is a man who is playing.
True.
Brendan was not playing. he was dead serious.
Who been a
in
Brandon?
interaction.
Who?
Brendan, he wasn't playing. He was dead serious in every interaction that he had, and because of that, when he stepped in that room, he said, I wasn't playing then. I'm not gonna stop playing now. This is serious, and I don't think I'm ready. So I'm gonna be real. He could have easily been like, yeah, let's have fun, you know. But it's not that. Well, listen, I just helped my friend. He was trying to get a ring, and I was counseling him on the phone. This is not a game. This is not a game. This is your
No. She asked us what we would have done. That's what I would have done. Not what we. He took it very seriously.
I don't know what I would have done.
I think
so. I know what I was doing.
You know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think what I would have done was taken that moment and on the date talk about the fun of that and talk about what it means for both of us. Because even though it would have thrown me off, there is a lesson from that of here is this joy, but let's also delve into how this joy matters to each of us and how can we take this joy moving forward. So I would use the conversation star. Of course, it's one thing to say this here on the other side. It's another thing to say it there when you're on national TV. But when you know who you are, you know how to bring yourself to the platform that you're on because you understand what that platform needs. So that's what I would have done personally.
She won't choose him no way. She won't do that. She won't choose him no way.
He was scared. Like that man was silent when Neil was asking him about rings and like showing him he had no emotion. Like he was just dead.
That's why I typed that.
And for production. And that's the thing for production, like let that date keep going, knowing that he was strong about.
But that's TV, girl. That's reality TV. They do that. They do that on purpose.
Oh, they didn't stop. They ran a good man off the daggone show because they want to put him in a.
They weren't about being good or bad. They trying to think the commercial, the money. They don't know about being good and bad. They want the commercial money.
They forced his hand. They were like,
they forced his
really
hand
about it. Then he'll stay, but he just chose the mannequin challenge, and that just
they looking about views. They may not be good or bad.
It was Survivor, you know.
For real.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what enjoyed that date better than Brandon.
Hey, girl. Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
There was no immunity idol, Liz. There was no immunity idol to save him from that at all.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? It would have been more fun if they picked a few rings and then hid them and made a scavenger hunt.
You think Neil might want to lose his rings on that resort?
I would have found them all.
No.
Girl, please. I mean, they would have been a ring.
He put in them bracelets that he put on Tayshia because I would have took them too.
Right. I would swallow every last one. Every last one of them.
Here's the thing.
We got to wait 3 days.
Worse than having to visit Neil Lane, he had to watch 2 other guys come home from dates. Like The Bachelor didn't start doing it where like the last 3 people are together watching people go on their fantasy suites until like the last couple seasons. Like that is harsh. Like if he would have been first, maybe it would have been different. But he's sitting in there for like days on end being like, I don't want to be sloppy thirds. Like
Zach made it a show. When he walked in, he was like,
"That was so."
I loved it. Zach was like,
"Me too." Zach, he was like,
Y'all know that thing when the guy walks in the room and he
y'all see this glow? Y'all see this glow?
Yeah.
Zach, this is not all of Malay. This is not all of Malay. Okay, this is all of Tayshia. Okay,
she was feeling Zach too.
He wasn't trying to have. He had sex. He wasn't trying to have it.
I imagine we've already talked about this, but can we just circle back to seeing Rachel? Rachel.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Rachel.
Right.
Team Rachel.
Yes. The original gangster, yes.
They didn't give her enough screen time. They didn't.
They didn't.
She's just such a voice of reason, and it's so crazy to see
she
her on the other
is.
side. It's like you're really married and thriving, and you could just be like, look, outside looking in. Like, that's so refreshing because it feels like just yesterday when she was in this position.
And she did more than JoJo. Did anybody else notice that? I typed that in because like JoJo really didn't say not a damn thing.
They didn't give him. JoJo got like no screen time. He got less screen time than Rachel. JoJo was on there like twice. Like, hey guys, time for a rose ceremony, and then like zipped. Like,
Well,
she was like,
screen time or not, you have the right to speak. I mean, there was more from that than JoJo. That's all I'm saying.
she might have it. They edited it out. Like, it's hard to know. But they literally, it was like no time.
Good God.
Well, how do y'all feel about how Rachel's been comparing Peter and Ben? Like Rachel said, she feels like Peter and Ben are very similar. Like, how do you feel about that? I feel like
what?
I disagree.
Peter and Ben?
Yeah.
I feel like Peter.
Well, what Peter? She like Peter from Peter from her Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her runner up Peter.
Her Peter.
And
I feel like my thoughts are.
What Peter she talking about?
JoJo was a beautiful robot.
I was about to say, Carrie, stop being truthful. Stop it.
Carrie, your message is too much. That is on point.
Wait, to respond to the Peter versus Ben thing, I don't agree because I feel like my thoughts are very well documented on Peter. Dragged him for filth however many years ago that was. And still feel like he intentionally played him. Like, I will never get over that. And there were so many people who loved him, and it's still mind-boggling. Still, I feel like he sat up there, was not that he didn't like her, but he just kind of played the game, and then was, like, you're in love with me, playing stupid, like you're not on a dating show. I don't think Ben did that. I feel like Ben actually is just kind of like a log of wood in ways. He wasn't able to speak clearly on his emotions, and I don't think they were fake. I think once he realized those were real emotions, whereas Peter, I feel like he was a finesser.
Oh yeah. And then
so Ben's a bit of a dinosaur. Like,
where they came from?
It takes a long time to figure it out.
It's like a bonehead. It's like anything like him.
Oh wait! I mean, his friend Antonia's like, "You're in love. You're in love," and he's like,
"Oh, wait a minute."
Damn.
You know, I recognize that woman, Antonia. She said chef. She was on Master Chef. She was she won
she
Master Chef. I recognize. I said she was familiar. She was on one of the chef programs she won or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
on like Top Chef or something.
Yeah, Top Chef, Chopped, Iron Chef America. And by the way, Ben, if you have somebody that known, use your resources, damn it. She could have hooked you up for the date. No,
she probably hooked him up with getting on the show.
That's what I'm thinking too. She was getting on the show. That's what I'm thinking.
It was his end.
Ben had an end with the producers, I would bet.
He probably would have never been on the show if it wasn't for her. So, he got a little shoe in because of her.
No, his friend. Because remember all the one-on-one dates? I'm like, if you got a friend who's that nun, who's a chef, hello.
Oh, because his sister and a friend came. His friend who was on other shows.
She's a well-known chef.
She's pretty famous in that area. She's Antonia.
I know her now. So face doesn't look familiar.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains why they seem very comfortable.
Yeah. So basically, she's a reality TV star in the restaurant industry.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good to know. Well, I have a question for the group, maybe one of the final questions. Who, and this is regardless of chemistry, who do you feel like if you could wave a wand and make the perfect just chemistry happen, what guy would you bring back for Tayshia? If you could just perfectly make it work,
I'm going to say
your guy for her.
Oh, you already know my answer.
You know my answer too.
Hold on. Okay. I'm going to start with y'all and I'm going to work my way up there. Okay,
Liz, you want to say it together?
Yeah.
Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3.
Bennett.
Oh my God.
I had a feeling that was coming.
I don't agree with Ben because he couldn't acknowledge his feelings in that moment. Like I understand he was heartbroken and confused. But you know how many times he could be on this show and they wait till last minute to tell somebody, "Oh, I'm in love with you." You should have said that.
That's every man, girl. That's every man. They're not just Ben. That's every man. Every man can do that. Every man does that, baby. That's every man. That's not just Ben.
Ben is
Well,
not.
hold on, hold on. I feel like he's a robot. Okay, we can roast in a minute. Hold on. Ronnie, who you got?
I'm not ready.
What?
I'm still thinking.
This is That's already a bad time. It's no one. It's no one.
Right, come on with it. You do it all the time. Come on here. Come on, say something.
Somebody beat me out. Shana.
Carrie's hilarious. Highlight what she said. Carrie's hilarious. Highlight what she said. Bennett Bundy.
Carrie, stop saying that.
Carrie, I'm still with you. He is a freaking robot. He has to read books to learn how to relate to people. Like
Carrie, stop saying that.
Oh my God.
Is this your king? That's your king? All right.
She got her hand up. She's like, "Dad, please go."
Riley, I was thinking about
Riley. Oh Lord, I turn her. Lord, you done me. I turn her.
I don't think he should have taken her. I think she should have kept
I was
Wait, okay, I'm coming. Sarah, I got Sarah, then Kimberly. I just need y'all names. We going around. Sarah, you got someone?
Man, all right. It's not really you got to bring him back because he's there, but he's not 100% there for her, which is Ivan. And not like he's not there for her, like she's not getting the like fanny flutters going on. Like,
girl, that pajama party, sweet. That was enough for me. That pajama party after visit thing, that was enough for me.
Yeah, I just would love to see her with Ivan, but I don't think she's feeling him the way she's feeling other dudes.
Agreed, unfortunately. Kimberly?
Listen, I told you how I felt about this season, and honey, I don't think nobody should be coming back. Now, if I had to pick, I would actually pick Riley because I feel like they didn't really show him the way. Like, he has a story to tell. I mean, everybody has a story to tell, but him, like, he changed his name because he didn't want to be like his father. And that's a story to tell. And I feel like she sent him home because she felt like he wasn't being honest during the lie detector test or whatever. But it's just like, that's another part of him he wasn't probably ready to open up. And if you would have gave him that 101 chance, maybe he would have told you. I say Riley for sure.
Nice. Okay. Two lukewarm Rileys, because y'all both said nobody and then Riley, I guess. Shauna, who do you got?
Riley.
Oh.
I love Riley. I love Riley. He got me and I didn't want him to go home.
Yeah.
I don't know his.
He gives you that, you know. You feel.
I would have chose him if I was the lead. So
yeah, you be feeling him. You feeling his fist. Yeah, you gonna feel him in a minute. Yeah, you're right. You feeling him. You gonna feel real good.
Give me one damn moment, please, and thank you. Hang on. Okay. All right.
He gonna give you some feelings, all right. He gonna give you some feelings.
I'm done.
She did not go
make me give an answer.
Okay. All right. So this is regardless of chemistry. I'm going to say Joe. I really think if they would have had more time, because see, here's the thing. Out of all the guys, then I stand for Ivan. Y'all know I'm a ride or die for him. But for someone who has never done it before, and most of them I feel like have never done it, but for Joe, who is so real, so authentic, and so true, and he does apologize for it. I even remember the fight, and when he would say, "You have nice eyes too," because I'm like, oh my God, that's the same thing I would say. Like, I'm not about getting my ass being died tonight. You know what? You look amazing. Yes, absolutely. So that nice guy persona, to see that on TV and the fact that they allowed that, I would say Joe.
Okay, but wait, Braylon.
Yes.
They never had a moment.
I just said that. I just said that. If they had time, I literally just said that.
But I
If
don't
they
think she was
had
attracted to
time-
him, Braylon.
She wasn't attracted to him.
I was answering the question, y'all. I get that. My God.
He said,
I mean, imagine, it's okay, Braylon.
Are attracted to him.
But they never had an Asian for Bachelorette. I think Joe would be a good Asian Bachelor.
Yes.
That's the Bachelor.
And I would join the show.
I'm tired of these white and black folks. They don't know what they're doing. I don't like seeing other culture how they do it. You know what I'm saying?
2 or 3 at this point.
Well, but I'm already tired. Can we get some other culture?
So wait a minute. Kimberly's going to go.
Mommy said good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye, Mommy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice to meet you. No, so Kimberly is going to go on Joe's season. Liz is going to go on Bennett's season. So, so the rest of us will just be here, Abby, with you.
What if I went on a season? I won't, but what if I did?
Look,
I would definitely
what I know.
Like a hopeless romantic. Like I feel like he doesn't get enough, acknowledgement. Like Joe is like, I don't know. If I had to be Joe, be the
I swear the Joes are always like right there, like Trader Joe too. They're just like
yes. Uh-huh. You're right. You're right. Yeah, from Chicago. Yeah, you're right.
So wait,
you're right.
Right?
It's right there.
Joe, he owned a supermarket, a restaurant, a supermarket, or something. Yeah,
the supermarket. Trader Joe.
I like him too.
No,
Trader Joe. I can't.
Well, I did like him.
Dude, I think Bennett and that guy Bennett had beef with. I was just gonna say, I think Bennett and the guy Bennett had beef with. They're gonna be on Bachelor in Paradise.
Little Noah.
Yeah, they're gonna be on Bachelor in Paradise.
Noah is just a little too,
Noah, he's a rugrat. He really is. He's a little brat.
He's a rugrat.
Like he
He's
said,
loving them in the family. He's a rugrat.
He's just like
those things to Bennett during the men tell all. He's like, I think you are a blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, yeah.
He's
he got a soapbox to stand on.
Yeah,
before you come up with farm from Oklahoma, you got a farm from Oklahoma. Get up there. He got a soapbox to stand on.
Well, he is a rugrat from 11 kids, so that's why his behavior is scrappy. And
how we treated him was not no better.
Oh my God.
I got 2 more questions for y'all, and they're who's most likely. So the first is, who is most likely to move to LA after this season? Out of the cast.
But the contestants?
There's always a lot of them actually. Just moved. They're now reality stars. The whole 9.
Ivan. If he hasn't already, I feel like to LA after they get done with the show.
No, he can't go. He can't go to LA because brother got a felony. He gonna take him. He can't take him with him, so he can't go.
Where is he? Is he in Atlanta?
Oh my God, Lord Jesus!
I'm just telling the truth. I see Bennett. I see Bennett moving to LA.
I don't.
Bennett probably already
New
moved
Yorker.
LA.
Who's the guy chasing the Mr. Smoke show? I see him moving to LA.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He is definitely out of all of them, he's
Yes.
no-show. Because he got nothing
Yeah.
going on.
that's
Yeah, I
all
can move in LA.
Like,
Mhm.
what job did you leave?
And you know what? Kenny too. I like Kenny can move to LA too. Kenny can move to LA too.
Yeah,
I was
he
just about to
could
say
totally
that would
be in
that would be
LA,
my
but it
choice.
would
He's
be
a better
more of
quarterback.
a, he will still
Kenny
work
moved to
in
LA
the
too.
industry. Yeah, I started following Kenny too. He's hilarious.
Kenny's hilarious. I tell you, that's my spirit animal. I love Kenny. That's my spirit animal. I love some Kenny.
Joseph, oh my God,
You
don't even
the
get me started on that POS.
He's gonna give them hell out there. Cursing all the girls out.
Oh, he's so disgusting. He's
Oh my
so
God.
disgusting.
He is.
Because
No.
he was so rude. You said I have a question though. Out of all the Bachelorettes out of all, who would you give another season to for the Bachelorette? Like out of all the contestants
Tayshia?
that you know,
She gets.
I don't know. I just started watching, so
I don't know. I'll give Hannah B another season because you know Brie roll ties.
Wash your hair too.
He's gonna pick some. He's gonna pick some guitar.
Hannah B and I are sister queens, okay?
Like you're not there. Like you're gonna make the same choice with a new batch. Like you're gonna pick the same type of guy, and I just don't trust that she's ready to actually like be about getting a guy who's serious and ready for her. Like I don't.
What about Becca K? Becca K, you know she broke up with that boy. They broke up together.
Well, they broke up.
Garrett, she broke up with him. They broke up.
For me, it would be a no because she gave the worst season for me. Maybe still the most boring to me. But
she was boring.
As a person, I loved her, and I still love her.
Ronnie, what did you want to say?
It was too fast.
Fun
She
fact.
went straight after The Bachelor, and then she was dating The Bachelor.
Fun
So I'm like,
fact.
man,
What's up, Ronnie?
The people wanted to choose Hannah before they chose Claire. But Hannah said they wasn't giving her enough money. So she said no.
What?
Really?
What?
Yeah, she started her own YouTube channel where she's like dating.
there's an article about it. There's an article about it, and I think she.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Let me say the
Yeah,
reason why I think Hannah B does not deserve another season. Because you chose somebody who eventually lied to you.
Was a con man.
Okay.
Then you get rid of Peter, which Peter and his girlfriend situation, but Tyler stuck with you through the entire thing.
Thank you.
And even Mike, which I saw the goodbye from Mike, I'm like, you had a blessing the whole time around you with Tyler and Mike. Guess what? You don't deserve another chance because you could have walked off with one of those two and actually been happy. And so now what you're not going to do is go back on the platform to get a second chance where you could have happiness the first damn time. I'm sorry.
I don't think she wanted happy. I think that she was going for like the artist guy who was also trying to make it big, and she goes on Dancing with the Stars. Like she's trying to have a career up in there, being a thing, and she was trying to find her other like reality show career-minded boo.
Yes,
she didn't really want those like realistic guys.
She said it herself that I don't know if when she was doing like the hometown, not the hometowns, but like when they were showing that she was going to be the Bachelorette, she even said it on the final night that she always tends to the same guys. And I feel like she tend to like it was either Luke P or Jed all the time. Like she was either tending to them and not giving enough time to Peter and Tyler. So she ended up with someone who she thought could be a possible, husband. But when he said he could make money of a dog, Lolly Joggy song, that's what threw me. I said, you can't make no money off of that.
It's a good jingle, Roddy. I have heard it.
And then
if you talking about a doggy jog.
What you saying, Shauna?
No, women. And then the thing about him, his family, to act like his family treated him like he Lizzo or somebody, making all this music, making all this stuff. I said, he not no Lizzo, he not no up and coming new artist.
Do you
He got no music out.
Shauna.
Act like he the newcomer, like he Billie Eilish or somebody. He ain't no who.
Okay.
What a comparison.
His family was treating. I'm telling his family. Y'all remember that family, right? Y'all remember that family, right? How they was talking to her.
Yes. Shauna, what is it that you want to
His
say?
whole family gave
So
it away.
much
Like
going
his
on
whole
tonight.
family put it out there that he was not there for the right reason.
But then they not treat him like he was an upcoming artist that's gonna come out with $1 million contract. They ain't treat him like they treated Becca,
Listen,
Hannah,
y'all.
like he was $1 million artist.
His song was awesome. I don't care what nobody says. His song was awesome. Shauna,
Ronnie,
you wanna say?
don't get muted. Ronnie, that is black. Which one? The
Shauna,
dog jingle?
Shauna, go
None
ahead.
of them are good. Are you kidding me?
Ronnie, you kidding.
I've been
Shauna, what you
talking
saying?
over. I
You being
can't.
funny. You being funny. Come on, Shauna.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. To answer Kimberly Michelle's question, I would say if it does not work out for Tayshia, at some point she deserves to find happiness, considering they kind of gave her the short end of the stick. She deserves it because she came in the middle of it.
Agreed. Can we all agree on that at least?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
If
we
it doesn't
agreed.
work out for her.
I think we agreed with
Rob
that.
Hannah, I love Hannah, and I would have
agree.
chose Hannah, but you all made some valid points tonight. So
No,
Wait,
I think
Carrie
we've
mentioned
all
a Heather in the chat. I don't remember a Heather. Who's Heather?
Heather.
But I think we've all agreed with that since the beginning that Tayshia deserved her own season. I think we all agreed with that since
Oh
the
yeah, that's
beginning.
true.
well,
That's
no.
true.
The reason I didn't agree, Braylon, is because the guys came there all the way from their home, so they deserved a chance. I get that.
How do y'all think
they could have brought
how
him
did
on
y'all
for
feel
another
about
season?
Maddie from Peter season?
I don't remember Maddie either.
I didn't watch that.
Maddie was the Asian girl.
Yeah,
Wasn't Maddie
so
the
that
Asian
was the
girl?
first season I ever watched was Peter.
Maddie's from Peter season. She was the godly one that she didn't want to have sex until marriage.
Oh, she knew what she
that one
coming
is Maddie.
into.
Oh
She don't
yes,
need
I
no
remember
bachelor.
Maddie now. No.
Let me
Nah.
say
Go
something.
Nah.
She
No.
should
I
have
would
went on
like to
Colton
forget everything
season.
from
Go ahead, Shauna. Go ahead, Shauna.
Maddie should have went on Colton season. It would have been a perfect match.
Thank you.
Fact.
Maybe he wouldn't have been on his way to jail if that happened.
But he was a very intimate person in those ways. So, I mean, how you gonna go to a man who had done it 4 times for you to be a virgin to go on a show?
No, we're not.
Wait a minute,
We are not
Abby.
no.
Out of Peter's season, those are the only girls that I know. Out of Peter's
Right.
season,
Wait a minute,
I
Abby.
would love
Colton
to
always
see
went to jail.
Victoria F, the one that all the girls hated.
Right.
What?
That she was Victoria F. She's the one with the
I
dark hair.
remember.
I
She
remember.
made it into fantasy suite. I think she would be a good bachelorette.
What do we know about the guy that they did choose for the Bachelor, for the next Bachelor? What do we know about this guy?
Matt James?
No, I have no idea.
He's a
All I
friend
know
of.
is he's
He's a
supposed to
friend.
be another person's friend, like
Yeah,
best
he's a
friend.
friend. He's a
Tyler.
friend of.
I
Yeah,
want
he's a friend of
Mike
Tyler
Johnson.
Cameron.
And
Don't we
Mike
all
Johnson.
want Mike Johnson?
Sarah.
Yeah,
Everybody
Mike
wants
Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
Mike
Sarah
Johnson.
like
I
that.
want Mike Johnson
Look,
season
look,
right now.
I gotta say this. I'm sorry. I
Sarah,
gotta say this.
is that qualifies you to be
Okay,
bachelor? You
yeah.
for somebody?
That's it.
I
You got
was-
a hot friend. You're probably hot. Like, that's all we know about you. Like, what else do you know about this guy?
Listen, this is the reason why I wasn't. It's only because I found you guys I might watch this new Bachelor season. Every single Bachelor fan
That's
on
real.
Instagram, on Twitter, everyone said, if you're gonna choose a black Bachelor, choose Mike Johnson. We love Mike.
Yes,
Johnson.
yes.
Yeah.
Or
They're
Ivan.
gonna
They didn't hear us.
Ivan. If she
They've
doesn't
been
choose
doing
him.
this for years.
They
They've
did not
been doing
hear
it
us.
for years. They heard us. They just don't care. They don't
No, they
care.
said, huh?
They probably they heard us and they don't care. But I wanted Mike
No,
Johnson
they hear
for
you. They
some
be
time.
like, huh? You said
Maybe
what?
Mike's not
I don't
trying
know
to.
anything about Mike
What?
Johnson.
Here's the thing, right? This is what they said,
Pick
and I
Mike
kinda understood it, but I
Johnson
still
because
don't.
there was
They,
an article
like
that
kind of
came
what?
out, and I think he actually went
I
on
wanna hear
Tyler's
some-
YouTube and like explains why he didn't want to do it with his friend now.
Huh?
Kimberly's
Wait, I
cutting
think your
out for
audio is
me.
going in and out, and you're a little delayed.
Yeah.
Kimberly.
Yeah. We're
It's
losing
like
you,
kind of.
girl.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, who was that?
Who was talking?
I wasn't talking.
I don't know.
I stopped talking.
Child, I'm about to log off. Is
Yeah,
that
it's.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're so
I stopped
delayed,
talking.
Kimberly.
I
You're
don't
so
know what
delayed.
happened.
It
I
sounded like you were
didn't know
talking.
We don't know who was talking then.
I stopped. I was like at the mic,
But
and
Romney had a point.
Mike and Matt.
Yes, Roddy.
Oh,
okay,
little
all I was
baby.
saying
Oh
is
my goodness. What's
all I
your
was
Oh
name?
my God.
wait,
Go
Mike,
ahead,
So
Robbie.
cute.
What if somebody asked, "What about Demi
Oh,
for
this is Truffles.
Fulton season?"
What's name?
Okay,
Truffle.
hold on.
Truffles.
Let's
Oh.
Roddy.
no, go ahead. I don't have another point.
I didn't hear
Okay,
your point. I wanted to hear
I
it.
didn't hear what you said, Ronnie. Say what you gotta say.
All I
I
was
want to
saying is
know.
that they were saying that they didn't think that Mike was good enough because on Bachelor in Paradise, it seemed like he didn't have enough game and he didn't have enough like style to make the season interesting. But when other Bachelor people talked to him, they were like, "That's absolutely not the case. He's definitely as charismatic as you would want him to be." That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
I kind of get what you're saying.
No, for sure. When he was on Paradise, and I watched it because of Bachelor Fantech, I got to see the recaps and stuff. I feel like Mike is so genuine. He's not going to capitulate to any platform. He's just not. So when he was in Paradise, he was just, look, I'm in Paradise. I'm having a good time. I'm not going to give him myself if I'm not feeling it. So he didn't want to waste time.
Okay.
I don't think that should be held over him. Because
Mike Johnson ain't got no game, right? Wait a minute. They said Mike Johnson got no game.
That's
That's
what they said.
But Ari got
That's what they
game.
said.
You know?
No. On that note, my final question for all we ain't going there.
We look, Abby, look, we have had Fisk, we have Ike Turner, we got Virgins, we got Abby.
I can't do it.
Just
Because you're about to open up a can of worms. You say the word Ari, I'm like, I'm
Ari.
going dead. It's sweet for me.
But he got game.
He make
The worst season, Bachelor season ever was Ari season. The worst.
Oh yeah. I didn't even watch it.
No, we're not going.
I had to turn off the season after the second episode because I was like, "What the hell was he doing?
Lord,
What is happening?"
He like Mr. Rogers trying to meet a bunch of hoes. Man won't deal with that mess.
You're not about to.
So bad.
Oh my God.
No, we're not going there. Flatline. I need from all of y'all. I need from all of y'all. Last question. See what you did? You see what you did?
I'm dead.
Hold on. No.
It's the
last
truth.
question.
I'm dead.
Okay.
It's the truth.
Who is most likely?
Y'all know that.
Who is most likely to be the Bachelor from this season? Final question. Everybody, I need your one name.
Oh my God.
Who's that?
I can hear for the dog. What happened you say?
I said,
Can I go first?
Who from this season,
we'll stop.
Avalon, who from this season would be the Bachelor for next season?
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
From this season?
Bennett.
I got a lot to say.
Oh yeah, Bennett. Bennett. for
Robot.
sure.
Bennett definitely hands down.
Definitely.
Okay, wait. Let me start.
Definitely.
I'm going to start with Kimberly, and I'm going to go counterclockwise. Kimberly, who you got?
Okay, so I think he did his tryout video tonight with his little exit. So I feel like they're gonna either give it to Brendan, whatever, or Benjamin. Because like if Ben doesn't get picked, if he doesn't propose, then they're gonna go with him or Brandon. So I think them two are gonna be close ratings.
Interesting. Okay. Shauna?
Oh, yeah. That's a hard one. For real. I never thought of anybody as a contestant because Ivan's quiet. I mean, he's showing his true self, so I think that he might have potential because he's getting a little more open and vulnerable. And I don't know. Maybe Ivan. I don't know.
Yeah. Braylon?
Oh, good God. I feel that because these seasons have been so historic, I feel that maybe on the off chance, Joe, I don't know if they want to keep on the trend because they do want to get back to their format of what America wants. But because they do see a new audience developing, I think they want to tackle the next market.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with Joe too. I would like to see it. I could see it being delayed at least 2 years. But
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if he's even willing to do it.
Yeah,
true. I don't know his character. That's the only thing. Only one episode I seen his.
Well, I've watched his interviews since then, and he said, well, you know, he kind of like left the door open, but he didn't give a solid no. So
yeah, but was he at mental halal? Was he even like?
No, he wasn't, because he's working. He's in New York. He's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a hard sell.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah?
So, I don't think she's gonna pick Ivan. I think that she's way feeling other guy more, and I would love to see him find love.
Honey, if Ivan's a bachelor, I'm gonna go on there. I'm gonna let y'all know now because he's in my 8th grade. Okay. If he's a bachelor, I'm signing up. Y'all better register me right now. My name is Kimmy Michelle Haynes. Okay.
If you get 10 submissions, they're gonna be like, okay, who is this? We got a caster.
Vote for me.
Absolutely.
I love it. We don't need all the tea though. Remember you said that.
I got you.
Ronnie, who you got?
Make it that far. I got you. I'm not gonna. We ain't gonna have our phones, but I'm gonna give y'all a way to find out what's happening.
We'll take it.
So we got Liz for Bennett season. We got Kimberly for Ivan season. Got it.
Actually, I'm not going with Bennett for the Bachelor.
Ooh.
No.
Wait a minute, Liz. Wait a minute. You gotta jump ship. Wait a minute. You can't jump ship. What happened?
Hold that.
No. And there's a reason why.
We coming over there. We coming.
Okay.
Ronnie,
go ahead. This is shocking news for my brain cells. Go ahead, Ronnie.
I am gonna cross my fingers and say Ben. I feel like Ben looks good enough. He's kind enough.
They can't take a chance with Ben. Ben will commit suicide doing production. They can't take a chance with him. No. I'm serious. That's too much pressure right now.
That's why I cross my fingers.
Oh
That's why
my
I cross my fingers.
No.
That's why I cross my fingers. Because Ben, I 100% don't think he's gonna win. He's gonna go on Paradise. Depending on Paradise and how that pans out, if they follow his story well enough, he might get through there. I don't know that they're gonna choose a black lead 2 times in a row, so I'm a bet Ben.
True. I agree. They probably not gonna have a 2-time. Black.
I'm telling y'all, they're gonna pick Bennett because Bennett be a good break. He's white. He's attractive. He's back to basic.
He's more than
they hand up to y'all black folks.
Robot.
Attractive where? Please tell me. I'm curious.
Look.
They hand up y'all black folks. Y'all had y'all turn. Like I had Obama. That's over with bad.
Wow. Okay.
No.
So we've had
I know.
So we've had Ike Turner, suicide, and tired of black people or not having it.
I'm telling y'all, they had Tayshia, they had what's the woman name? Rachel, and they got Matt James. They had 3 black people in a row. They're gonna get back to basics and say, bring some more white folks over here. Come on now.
They did that with Rachel. After Rachel season, they brought on the others, and now
they're gonna go back to basics.
And then 3 years from now, maybe they'll bring up another
black person or Papa Joe on or somebody.
Wow. Who you got, Liz?
I'm gonna go slide into
okay. So I'm gonna throw in a
girl. He could be engaged.
He ain't. know. We already know who's going to be the last two. That's Ben and Zach.
Just wait and see. Liz, what do you have? By the way, I forgot to say this earlier. I love the dog. I forgot to say that.
Thank you. This is Truffles.
What is the doggy's name?
Truffles.
Truffle. Oh,
That
Truffles.
fits.
His name Truffles.
That fits
Truffles.
the name. That fits
Yeah,
the name.
she's a Papillon and she's 13 years old.
Oh my God.
Oh, she look young for 13.
Oh yeah, she's just a toy breed.
Yeah, little
she's
dogs live forever.
definitively a purse dog. She fits in my cookie.
I was about to say, why do I feel like I would see her on the Thanksgiving dog show, like winning and stuff? Like, you know.
Because
Anyway,
her breed actually does win. They won like 2 years in a row.
see, there you go. There you go. All
They're
right.
very smart.
Yes. All right, Liz, who you got?
All right, so I'm gonna throw in a plot twist.
Okay.
I don't think. Oh, her hair is getting in my mouth. Okay, I don't think. I mean, I do agree with Ronnie for Ben, but I think they're gonna throw in someone. I mean, I don't know too much about the franchise, but I would love to see a gay person come on.
Somebody said Demi.
Yeah,
for
but
the LGBTQIA plus community. Somebody said
Yeah,
Demi.
that's how I feel. I
somebody
feel like if they're trying to broaden their horizons, they're going to go beyond race, and they're going to go into sexual orientation. And the next Bachelor may be a homosexual.
But that doesn't
And I
work for
would
the
love to
show.
see that.
That doesn't work for the show because you got a house full of people attracted to each other. So
Not
why would they care about who
necessarily.
the Bachelor, Bachelorette is? Because they're in a house full of other people they're also attracted to.
Not necessarily.
No, if they have a homosexual bachelor, they're going to get a bunch of new bachelors for that bachelor,
Not,
and they're going to open up a whole nother avenue.
Right.
Nuh-uh.
No, not
So why wouldn't
necessarily.
the bachelors just hang out with
if
each
you have
other?
a
Like
bunch
they're not
of
going to be like
guys
Jones and
who
go on a
like-
date with some dude when
Like
they
the
can
Bachelor in Paradise episode right there.
No, I was going to say.
They be having sex with each other. They ain't waiting for no bachelor. Come on now, that's too much. That's too much right there.
They're gonna have to quarantine all of them in separate rooms.
Well, I was going to.
But hey,
Well, I was going.
this is how I feel. This is how I feel. They're not. If you notice, all these people that they have for like the Bachelor and the Bachelorette, these females are skinny as hell. I have not seen one thing.
Thank you. Damn.
So
Now that's what I want to see. Now, Kimberly, I want you about that. I want you about that, Kimberly. I would, yes, baby, yes.
I'm not big, but I got
Never gonna happen.
Carry on that.
No, but Kimberly, I agree with you about that. Yeah, bring some solid. We need some solids. We need some solids in there.
Honey, these folks skinny as
We need a big woman bachelorette, yes.
So if they pick Ivan, y'all better see me on that TV. All I gotta tell y'all now, y'all better vote.
We need a big one bachelorette, please. A big one bachelorette. Thank you.
I need to be the
What you,
I'm gonna be thick.
Liz? What you said
Them
about
skinny
all the people
Nah, we need a
together?
big one, yes.
Skinny as hell. Skinny
I do,
If you guys
Kimberly, I
watch-
do agree with you about that. It's about time. It's about time. I do agree with you about that.
It's not gonna
Okay,
happen.
Ronnie, what was your question?
Look, I got Ivan
No,
right
I
here.
was saying
Okay.
if you guys watch the Japanese Bachelorette, that happened already, where it was a bachelor and it had all the ladies, and one of the ladies took her rose and gave it to another lady and was like, I love you, let's go, and they dipped.
Oh wow! I heard of that.
Nice.
But they said she dumped her later on. She dumped her and tried to get back with him. That's that.
That's the same thing happened with Demi. That's the same thing happened with Demi.
But
So-
you know what?
Yeah.
But you know what though? I do like Liz's choice because she is right that they do have to expand beyond race. And there was a lady, Miss Utah. She said she would love to be the first bisexual bachelorette. So I do
Oh,
think
Lord,
that
this
can
really
happen.
going out.
Yeah, but bisexual, you can mix men and women.
Well, no, what I was going to say was I do think that can happen because if you notice, Demi is beloved by everybody. Even Chris Harrison loves her. So I think it honestly could happen. So, Demi. So I think it could happen. I really do. I think Liz,
I think it
Liz is
could.
on point.
I mean, give it another year.
Yeah.
Anything. I think the franchise is going to be looking at, okay, we need to expand and we need to grow because we're just in one direction, and we need to go in other directions because that's the population. Not everyone is straight.
I mean,
and not everybody
they would have to figure it out. They would have to figure out how to handle it.
And not everybody thin either.
Because everyone in the house would just be getting with each other. Like they wouldn't.
That's why I said the homosexual. But that's not gonna work.
No, that's not necessary. But you know what? And if they were, that would make good TV.
That would make
At
good
the end of the
TV.
day,
That's the whole point. That's losing the whole point.
Shot of love.
I seen episodes where a man was very close to the guy.
Yeah, she was bisexual. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, wasn't that like early 2000s or? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, what's
and
our
that
channel?
was on MTV.
I saw an episode a while back,
VH1.
and the guy was on a female show, and he had more of a connection with the male. So I mean,
well, you know, Joe and Brendan had a bromance.
All
Joe
men have
talked
bromance
about it on his Instagram.
There are so many
ways.
ways.
Romance. Matt and even the one here have romance. So
no, I feel like it's good that we have our thoughts very well documented. And
what about you, Abby?
I said I would like Joe, but I feel like if they do, it's gonna be a skip. Like it's gonna be like 2 years from now. I don't think it will be after Matt. I think it might be the person after, somebody in between, and then maybe him.
Right.
And,
I want to get these.
Which one's Joe again? What's Joe about?
He's a doctor.
The anesthesiologist.
He's a Korean man.
Yes.
He's the Asian. He's the only Asian guy on the show.
I liked him.
Hey, Abby, I want to get Caleb's thoughts out because he's been trying to get in here all night. He says this. I think Zach and Tayshia will not get engaged. They will break it off to work on the relationship and make it more stable because Zach got red flags that need to be worked on. And then he said for Celebrity Bachelor, Michael Strahan.
Ooh, I like
Again.
He got a girlfriend?
No, I think he's single.
No, we know Tyler Perry's single now. You know Tyler Perry's single.
He's in a talking phase with somebody, so he don't need to be on no Bachelor.
But Tyler Perry's single.
Tyler Perry. The reason why Tyler Perry's single because we still trying to figure out what he is. We don't know if is he friendly or not.
Well, according to Liz, we need to find out.
On that note, no. Good night. On that note,
I will see y'all tomorrow.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Hey, bye, Liz. Bye.
Bye.
Buddy.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
And the newcomer.